Say to you, I did yourself with this one. Straight to It podcast, live every Sunday. Straight to it, we get straight to it. It's a classic podcast, you can't skip through it. Not even skip to my Lewis, Skip Bayless, can skip through it. Wow, this a real nigga moment. As far as the internet, these the realest niggas on it. That soul in your body can't be duplicated. When you sell it, remember your body vacant. Baptized by fire, felt like I was Satan. The creator hit me, now we all creating. Free game, you ain't have to pay for it. All I ask is stay for it. The truth is like good pussy, that mean it feel euphoric. That fuck shit, we ain't for it. We gon' ride till the wheels fall off every Ford Taurus. From sports to conspiracies, we got all the coverage. Never ran from a topic and that's why they love us. No budget, no filter, fuck no. No strings on our back, we ain't puppets. You Pinocchio. Look around, tell me what you see. What you see? Niggas on the run tryna eat. They are slaves to the industry. Your name is Toby. They will lie to you when they sleep. Take a deep breath, breathe. Don't the Matrix feel like a dream? They told you could be anything, then they used you for everything. We won't lie to you, Machiavelli next to Suge, we tryna ride for you. Notorious for telling the truth, ready to die for you. Ha ha, motherfucker. Straight to it, we get straight to it. This a classic podcast, you can't skip through it. Not even skip to my Lewis, Skip Bayless, can skip through it. Wow. Straight to It podcast, episode 16, the realest show on the internet, hands down. Triple salute, family. I'm your humble host, Low Key T, aka Mr. Super Facts. Oh man, tonight we got a classic show. First and foremost, I do want to say I'm so honored to be in the presence of these three kings and this queen on the panel. Triple salute to them. Definitely put some respect and honor on their name. Check out their content. They're amazing content creators, man. Get in touch with them. Hop up in that comment section, hit that like button, and put some respect on their content, man. Now, we do got some veterans on the panel tonight, man, and we do got a newcomer. I do want to pass it to the homie, John Horse. You already know we're going to hear it straight from the horse mouth tonight, but we do have a newcomer, and John Horse, you already know the big homie is vouching for him. John Horse, introduce your boy Montana, man. Tell us what he about, how you guys, came in contact with each other, and also Montana, welcome to the panel. I appreciate you making time for us and pulling up. And you already know, I checked out your channel earlier. You got some honorable content over there, man. Hopefully, we can hear some of that tonight, man. John, take it away, man.
Hey, I ain't really gotta say too much, man. Y'all know me. I'm John Horse. So with that being said, I'm gonna let him Dog introduce himself, man. He real honorable dude. So I'm gonna let him express who he is and what his channel about.
What's up? I'm Larry Montana. I'm pretty much, you know what I'm saying. I'm a straightforward dude. You know what I'm saying. My channel, I pretty much just started. Well, I ain't pretty. I pretty much really just started interacting on my channel. I've been started a couple years ago. I ain't really too much know how to operate it, but yeah. I get straight to the point. I'm gonna tell it how it is. You know what I'm saying. That's pretty much what I am.
That's real. Montana, tell the people where you from.
I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, man.
Oh, yeah.
Duval, you know.
That's for the bomb. Triple salute, family. Oh, man. Now, on your YouTube channel, what can the people expect from you, man?
Hey man, you can expect nothing but the real from me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm pretty much just like really learning. I've been talking to my dog John, man. I asked him like what can I pretty much just talk about, and he told me, you know what I'm saying, just pretty much stay in tune with the hot topics, you know what I'm saying? and just go from there. Just speak that real shit I speak on Facebook. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much what you really gonna get from me. I'm gonna speak that real shit, and I'm talk. I ain't gonna, it's gonna be some uncut shit, but I'm gonna
have fun and all that.
yeah, all that.
That's real. Triple salute to Montana pulling up tonight, man. I definitely appreciate you making time for us, and I'm excited to hear your perspectives tonight, man. Now you
Yeah.
already know, man. I gotta pass it to John Horse. I appreciate you pulling up with another honorable king, man. John Horse, how you doing tonight, man? Tell the people what's going on with your channel. Last time I seen you, listen, you sound like Tupac over there. You said niggas is unsubscribing, and
Yeah,
as
man, I'm on
always.
some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, point blank, period, bro. I'm on some other shit right now, like, and I'm trying to tell people, but they ain't understanding. So get your weak ass off my channel. Stay the fuck away from my channel. I don't never ask nobody to subscribe. So if you think it's sneaky and I don't see no shit, go stay your ass unsubscribed. But yeah, I'm representing Duval, bro, and I'm trying to bring nothing but the truth, bro, and this way I get to be myself. So yeah.
John Horse, bring that back for the first time listeners. Tell the people where you from, man.
Man, y'all already know, man. It's Duval.
Oh yeah, man. Let me pass it to the queen, man. Definitely want to welcome Miss Taida W for pulling up. Taida always keep me in check, man. If I don't start the show at 10 o'clock on the dot, she texted me, "Are we still doing the show?" Thank you, Queen Taida W, for keeping me in check. I want to ask you how you doing tonight. So, how was your Christmas? And let's talk about your channel. What kind of content are you working on?
Thanks for having me again. My Christmas was pretty laid back. I did some out of the ordinary stuff this year because I'm over these holidays and wasting money. So I didn't put a tree up. I didn't do any shopping, and I just cooked a regular dinner and gave my kids some money in the envelope and left it at that. I'm over this crowd.
That's
So
real.
that was Christmas. Like I waste so much money every year. It's like I gotta stop doing this dumb shit. But on my channel, I talk about everything, a variety of topics from issues in the black community, bad parenting, um, any craziness that I see going on in society or social media that I want to speak on. You can find it on my channel. If you're sensitive, you might not want to tune in because nobody is exempt. Everybody get called out on the fuckery, and
That's a fact.
I I have a memoir that will be releasing January 15th. I have the official release date, January 15th. My parents are trash and the village failed me too. If you
Jesus.
click the link in my banner on my channel, Taida W, or on my Instagram, Taida W, you can find out more information or check out my Taida W website for that.
Taida, what part of the earth, what section of the planet do you represent?
I represent outer space because I mean, I'm originally from Chicago. Right now, I live in Hawaii. Um, I'll be moving mid next year, springtime. I'll be moving to Florida, but I represent outer space. I'm moving to Mars.
Oh shit. What's that? 2020? They going up there? Oh man. Triple salute the
Hey,
triple.
what part of Florida you moving to, Taylor?
Jacksonville.
She
Duval.
gonna
Okay.
be down there with
You
John
gotta hit us
Horse.
up when you get here.
Okay.
Oh man, definitely check out Taida W's channel. Definitely put some respect on her name. I appreciate you pulling up tonight, Taida. And last but not least, I want to pass it to the King Op from the Norm, aka JTL. After watching your content, man, I'm gonna start calling you. I'm gonna give you a nickname, man. I'm gonna start calling you the Solution. Every time I listen to one of your videos, man, you fuck around and solve problems, man, for me. So I definitely appreciate you making time too as well, JTL, man. You already know you the big homie. Just tell the people, man, what part of the earth you claim, man? Where you hailing from? And also, how was your Christmas as well? And what can people look forward to on your channel, man? What kind of content you working on next? Because honestly, I think Sundays is your days, man. You dropping a lot of hot fire on Sundays, man.
Man, I be trying to get ready for the show tonight, man. I be trying to warm that's the warm up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, we got a show tonight. Let me drop a video too so I get ready, get my juices flowing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it seems to happen on Sundays. And I thought about it, I'm like, damn, I do be getting ready on Sundays for the show that night. So yeah, definitely represent St. Petersburg, Florida. You know what I'm saying? We call it the bird. You know what I'm saying? And definitely when it comes to the content, like you said, I always try to bring some real shit, but I always try to give solutions to it versus just saying something, you know what I'm saying, and leaving open-ended questions and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying, give my opinion. Like, not saying my opinion is more better than anybody else, because when I see comments and people say certain shit, I always try to take it, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it makes sense, like, yeah, okay, I can see that, and try to give respect to people on doing that. So, my Christmas, it was okay. I chilled out. I ain't really, what I'm saying, do too much. Went and kicked it with the family for a second. We had a family prayer and I felt good about that. And when it came to my part, my turn to say something, I try to come from the heart, like, for as what the youth and things, that's what they're getting us at, is with our youth. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta fight for our youth and really be there. You know what I'm saying? And for his content, I'm trying my best, to try to keep saying that real shit, what I feel, because sometimes, shit that's going on in this world make you want to give up. And I know my brother John Horse feel the same way, because I be hearing what my brother be saying, and I feel him. You know what I'm saying? Bitch be like, man, fuck this shit. But when you get that strength to keep going, you try your best. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Trying your best and keep going. Take a break when you need it, but make sure you still keep riding. You know what I mean?
Man, shout out one of my favorite content creators, man, JTL, aka Out from the Norm. I call him the solution. What a bomb, man. Oh man. Now, don't think I forgot about you, Montana, John Horse, man. Real quick before we get into the, we pass the topics around. You already know it's BYOT. Bring your own topic. Montana, John Horse, how was y'all Christmas, man? John Horse hit me up, man. It was a beautiful thing, man. John Horse hit me up. He said, "Happy Finagle Day." Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what you said when you hit me up. Happy Finagle Day.
Yeah, man. Happy Finagle Day, man. It is what you make it, man. Yeah, yeah, man. I ain't got no quarrels against anybody, man. So whatever you believe in, that's what you believe in. If it make you happy, I fucks with it.
What about you, Montana? How'd you celebrate your Christmas, bro?
Hey man, I just pretty much hung out with my family, you know what I'm saying? And my motto is get some money and stay out these fuck niggas' face, man. And that's pretty much what I'm living by.
So with that, family, this is a Straight to a Podcast, episode 16. I don't know how YouTube let us fuck around and get 16 episodes in, but it is what it is, man. I do want to shout out the best DJ on YouTube, Eric Johnson, checking in the live chat. I do want to shout out the good brother Martel the Cool in the live chat as well, man. We love y'all. Eric Johnson, if you want to call in, man, you already know you more than welcome. But you already know, man. It's BYOT, man. I'm so happy to be here with y'all tonight, man. Let's get straight to it, man. I'm gonna just put on the table. Who feel like, you know what? Let me be a gentleman tonight, man. We're gonna go straight to the newcomer, man. Shout out Montana on the panel tonight. Montana, do you got a topic? You already know it's BYOT. Do you got a topic you want to put on the table tonight? Something that's on your mind, something that's on your heart that you want to voice, that you want to tell the truth about tonight? Anything
Yeah,
from pop
yeah.
culture, whatever. Um,
My top night gonna be why fellas still try to control a woman in a relationship that they're not in no more.
Run that back. Run that back one more time, Montana.
My topic of the night is why fellas try to control women when they're not in a relationship with that woman anymore.
Now, give us a little insight of why that's your topic, and then maybe you can give us some, perspectives on why you feel that is.
My topic, the reason why I bring up this topic tonight is because I was pretty much conversating with a young woman. She was saying that she was unhappy. And I was like, why you unhappy and you ain't even in your situation no more? You pretty much a single woman. And she was like, well, my husband, he still just terrorized me. He come around, he don't want me with nobody, but he with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that be a lot of women well, my thing is, I think that be what's wrong with a lot of women. You know what I mean? Like they want to move on, but they can't move on because the guy that's supposed to be gone and completely out of the picture still want to make himself known by dragging her down and calling her things that you know what I mean that he know that she hate. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make her feel like she less of a person. So that's pretty much why I brung up that topic. Why fellas still try to control women when they're not in that relationship with them anymore? Like why you just can't let a woman be? You know?
You already know we got the queen on the panel. We got JTL, man. You already know we got the horse. Anybody want to hop in and chime in on Montana's topic for the night?
Oh, I don't know. I can't relate. So this is a difficult one for me. I can't be controlled in a relationship, let alone outside of one. So um yeah, I don't know. I mean he said men, so maybe y'all
No,
could
no,
chime in.
hold on, Tayyid. You saying you never been in a situation like that ever?
No.
Oh shit.
I'm like queen asshole. So we can do whatever you want to do.
You ain't never
I'm
been. Hold on, Tayyid. Stop playing. You ain't never been with Alonzo nigga from Training Day. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never been with a
no.
type of Denzel
I
nigga
be
from Training
I be
Day.
wishing I meet a crazy motherfucker so I could go upside his motherfucking head with all this aggression soon he try to pop off. But but no, well, me and my child's father, we had a rather abusive situation going on. He was an alcoholic. And, I was younger in my teens when I met him in my early 20s, but he didn't control me. When that motherfucker got out of pocket, shit, went right back upside his motherfucking head.
Oh
But
shit.
outside of that, I haven't had any abusive situations since. And I left him when I was like 19, 18. So but
Yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah,
I
but to
don't.
see the brother met Montana said something though. He said, "Why do we feel cats try to do that?" So like you can speak on why you may think your child's father thought that shit was culture, that he thought that shit was cool to do that.
But I mean, I never been in a situation where somebody tried to control me when we wasn't together, and all of our issues stemmed
Oh,
from.
gotcha.
Yeah, all of our situations stemmed from his addiction. So we got into it
Mm.
whenever he was drunk. He was addicted to alcohol, and he still is
Okay.
to this day. So yeah, I can't really speak on that because I'm not that type of person. I mean, sadly, I'm not proud of it, but I grew up in really rough circumstances. So
I
it's kind of hard for somebody to control me.
So Taida,
good.
You
That
saying
way,
you
sister.
been Taida, you saying you been power bombing niggas since conception. That's what you saying? What is you
Man,
talking about, Taida?
She got a mean left and right hook.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not saying I can beat a man because I can't, but
Ain't
you
gonna be
know,
no easy win.
right? It ain't gonna be no.
All I'm saying is,
No.
Taida on the line talking like she ain't never took no losses. That's all I'm saying. And if you haven't, that's a
I
beautiful thing. I'm
haven't.
just
I'm
saying.
sorry. I don't know. I don't understand that. I haven't. I've never been left by a man. I usually do the leaving, and that's just how it is. So I can't relate.
Yeah.
And like I say, I treat you how you want to be treated. You want to have a faithful relationship? We can have a faithful relationship. You want to be on fuck shit? I'm the queen of fuck shit. You
Mm.
started, I'm gonna finish it.
Oh man,
So
I
that
believe
shit
you.
sound like Disney Channel and BET.
I believe you
Damn.
100%, Taida, but I still, type of nigga I am, I still gotta run the Carfax on you. But go ahead,
That's what I'm
All right.
saying.
go
You
ahead,
got to run the car
JTL,
site.
John Horse, hop up in here, man.
Nah, no, basically, man, it could go both ways, man. Cause I had my baby mama, man. She was with some crazy shit once. I had not found my other little spot.
John, you got a speaker in the background, man. You echoing.
Yeah, I think Montana gotta mute his mic when you talking, John. Go ahead.
Y'all get me?
Damn. John, you have to mute your. We talking in the background.
You get me?
Yeah.
Alright, bet. We good. We got negatives. About it. But nah, man, shit, man, that shit could go both ways, man. Cause I had my baby mama, man, so I can understand as far as somebody actually seeing you happy, cause that person that you broke up with, they expect you to be miserable. They expect you to be down on your ass while they come up on their motherfucking shit. And respectfully, you know what I'm saying? If it don't turn out that way, it's good for the person. You know what I'm saying? Cause you shouldn't be expecting nobody to do bad anyway. You know what I'm saying? So respectfully, they should be on your motherfucking ass and should be shining on your motherfucking ass. If you all in your feelings, that's your motherfucking problem. Now, when you in your feelings, that turn into some whole other shit. You know what I'm saying? Your ass liable to end up in different situations. Now, you put yourself in situations that you can't get out of, then that's your own motherfucking fault. Like I told people, man, it's all about thinking positive and staying away from that motherfucking negative. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't realize that this is a new world and they can't bring that old baggage. They can't bring that old shit, that old way of thinking. They can't bring that shit in here. You know what I'm saying? So if you do, then hey man, that shit there on you. You know what I'm saying? Basically, but I don't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit is right. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to it, if a person that moved on, you should give that person their space. You know what I'm saying? Because each person was born with their own space. So, like, you just need to respect that person's space. That's how I feel.
And you know what? I think that the reason why cats do that shit is because they be so much in their feelings that when they was in a relationship with that shit, they was already cheating on. But they feel like as a man, you should understand that I still love you, so it don't matter if I'm out here cheating as long as I love you. And it's like, okay, but we broke up now. That don't mean nothing, man. You still mine. You gonna always be mine because you got women who think like that. But the guys are more terrible with that because it's more consistent with men on that shit. Now women get away with it more, but men do it a lot because they don't want to let the shit go. It's like, yo, I can't treat you right, but I can't deal with another man treating you right. I can't deal with you being happy by another man. I should be able to make you happy no matter what dirty, disgusting, grimy shit that I do. You should still be happy with me because I still love you. It just I don't know how to love you the way you deserve to be loved. So I think it's a lot of dudes that's real insecure on some little boy shit that don't understand. Like, if you really love this person, like, people make mistakes and bad choices, but say a chick forgive you, you should try to do your best. But then when the chick be like, man, fuck that shit, I'm finna leave, and then you like, I don't understand why you gonna leave. So I think it's just a lot of guys being immature and don't know how to be a real man. Like, you know what, I fucked up. I wish I can get her back, but
But
if I ain't ready to do right, I
can
need
I
to move on.
can I chime in real quick? Opposite,
Yeah, do your thing.
bro. We gotta. I mean, what motherfuckers don't understand that it ain't just no one way of looking at shit. It's three perspectives. You understand? So you know what I'm saying. You got the person who know what I'm saying who fucked up. You got the person who they fucked up with, and then the person who they done moved on with. You know what I'm saying? Them
Mm-hmm.
three different perspectives. So you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Each one of those shits can be different, and each one of those shit can be either volatile or, you know what I'm saying, pass a motherfucking aggressive. But the whole thing is you dealing with three different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing, your way of thinking that it's right or it's wrong to do what the fuck you doing, you ultimately don't have no motherfucking say so because there is no right or wrong because nobody's looking at the same view as you're looking at it. It's three different perspectives. That's the only reason I wanted to say that. But my boy wanted to say something.
No, when you was speaking that he was saying that he don't want to see her with nobody else. That's basically what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
Yep.
know, a lot of fellas feel like they done messed up. You know what I'm saying? So they try to threaten another woman by saying, "Oh yeah, I ain't gonna see you happy with nobody else because they done messed up and they know the next man gonna do way better than what they do." And a lot of fellas do that. A lot of not all, but they do put them in the head. Like, ain't nobody gonna treat you better than I treat you, and that's a goddamn lie. Cause
Mm-hmm.
it's another motherfucker out here waiting to fix a damaged woman. I done did it several times. You know what I'm saying? But
I have a question. Do they have kids together or something? To
yes,
the gentleman that asked the question.
Yeah, they got two. They got two kids together, and she got another oldest child that's not from him. But you know what I'm saying? He tried to control him, even with picking him up. But
I mean, she just gonna have to get to a point to where she just not gonna have to care. My oldest, her father, when I left him, he stopped providing for her because he knew that I don't have family, and so he thought that if he stopped providing for her, I would come back to him because I was gonna need him. She's just gonna have to make up her mind, like fuck him. So like, I mean, sadly, that's what you got to do. Like, when I tell myself I'm done with somebody, I'm done. I don't care. And so, yeah, he stopped taking care of her. He didn't take care of her no more. And to this day,
and, and that's my
and
that,
I didn't lose not an ounce of sleep. Like, I was not about to let him stress me out.
and see that's the problem with a lot of fellas. When they get to that point where they can't control the situation no more, they try to start taking away from a child. Or I ain't gonna buy this, or I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you gotta grow up. You know what I mean? Like, if y'all made my thing is kids don't even ask to be in this world. So the little bullshit that we go through as parents, we shouldn't even involve them in that motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? But they do it. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say they have they reasons why they don't. It's right, it's wrong. But I just feel like you know what I'm saying. Some shit just that shit just need to stay within the parents. You know what I'm saying? Whatever situation they got, don't involve kids. Don't involve nobody else. Don't bring the fuck shit with somebody else. 'Cause you come around that bullshit, I'ma fuck around and kill you. And that's what I keep telling them. Like, man, I don't want to this dude. I don't want to bump into this dude. But hey, you gotta
Now,
let you live.
now let me hop up in here, family. Oh, I do gotta introduce the best DJ on YouTube, man. Shout out Eric Johnson pulling up. You know what I'm saying on the line, man. Eric, how you doing tonight, man? You know what I'm saying? How was your Christmas? How'd you celebrate it, man? I know you said you was uploading some brand new music on your channel, man. I appreciate you pulling up tonight, man. How you doing?
Oh, thank you, man, for having me. I didn't know when you gonna do a video tonight and stuff. So, I just been chilling
EJ,
with you. I ain't
EJ,
really do nothing.
EJ, EJ. It sound like you calling in from Rikers, my nigga.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Sound like you Tekashi 6IX9INE right now, man.
It ain't no 6ix9ine. I ain't dropped the something.
There you go.
Ain't going out.
There you go. Now, two quick things, man. Tell the people about your channel. Tell the people, how'd you celebrate your Christmas, and also we're gonna get Montana to repeat his topic of the night so you can chime in. All right.
All right. I ain't really do shit for Christmas. My grandmother's birthday was on Christmas, so I had to hit her off with some money, so I won't get a knot upside my head and shit. So you gotta take care of that.
How old is your grandmother, EJ?
She's 58.
Okay, drop a bomb.
Hold on, you
Like
said grandma 58.
yeah.
Y'all niggas got a lot going on in the background over there. Damn.
Somebody, somebody about to drop some music on me.
Now, just tell the people a little bit about your channel, EJ, man, and then we're gonna get into the homie Montana's topic. Go ahead, fam.
All right, basically my channel is mostly music. Sometimes I talk about sports, and stuff. Most of the time I talk about guns and stuff, like going to the shooting range and stuff. It's just really unorthodox, but most of my channels be about music and uploads from my record collection and stuff. But I do got a second channel and stuff that I'm working on for
That's,
y'all.
that's
I
what's
don't know
up.
if I told you last time.
Just repeat the name of it for the new listeners.
It's called Eric Johnson's cassette tape collection and shit. I'm just doing like albums and stuff from like the cassette tapes and stuff.
That's real. Last but not least, man, tell the family where you from.
I'm from Athens, Georgia, holding it down for Georgia. Heat state. Gotta represent.
That's real, man. Definitely put some respect on Eric Johnson's name and subscribe to both his channels. Show him some love. Now, Montana, can you just real briefly repeat your question for EJ so he can chime in before we move on to the next panelist for their topic?
No, I was just saying earlier why guys try to control women when they ain't in a relationship with them no more.
I think it's like a mind control thing with certain people, cause they might not want to see them with a person that can actually take care of them. They want to, keep a stranglehold on the relationship, even though it's over and shit. I suggest that you just move on with your life. Don't just waste your time with another person, cause the way things going on out here in the world with these folks, with these people breaking up with people, these motherfuckers be going crazy. It was a video a while back that this dude went up in a hair salon and just killed this lady in front of all these people, and nobody didn't even help her. Then he was standing over her dead body while the cops were there. It was just a crazy ass
Uh,
thing. I think it happened in the Bronx or something in New York a couple months back ago, but I think it happened this year though.
that's
Wait,
crazy.
hold on, real quick. Let me jump up in there. EJ, did the person own the salon?
I think no, it wasn't that black lady. It wasn't that black.
Nah,
Oh,
talking
okay,
talking
okay.
about it,
It
Chinese
was
people.
it was in the it was nah it wasn't the one with the Chinese people and shit. I think it was like a Spanish salon and shit. Then the dude just walked up in there and just started stabbing her and stuff.
Hold on.
Yeah, he
Oh,
stabbed it over
shit.
to the state laid over a crime to the police guy. I seen that.
Yeah, that's the one I'm
Damn.
talking.
Nah, that wasn't the story I was talking about. The story I was talking about was the New York shit, man. If anybody hadn't seen it, it was basically, you know what I'm saying, these two dudes that happened to be gay, and they was getting, I guess, so called mugged. You know what I'm saying? They beat the dude to death, and yeah, they
Yeah,
right,
I
right.
heard
seen it.
about that. He
You
actually
know about it,
died. He
right?
died.
Damn.
I'm listening to you. What you say?
Nah, he actually died. I heard about that
Yeah, he
story. I got
died.
this shit on my
Died.
phone. They mugged him for, and they only got like $1 out of him. And then
A
he ended up
dollar.
dying in the hospital after they
And
whooped.
God,
They must have
my
whooped his
perspective,
ass.
a
yeah,
goddamn dollar. They don't
like
make no
my
sense.
my whole perspective on that is it's the way you think it would be, but it's kind of different too. Because I'm looking from the kids' perspective too, like what the fuck they finna get ready to go through type shit. But yeah,
All right, that's real, family, man. All right, let's move it on. Let's pass the BYOT. You already know it's bring your own topic. I do want to go to the Queen Taita W. Queen, what's your topic for the night? What you feel like talking about? But before that, I do want to shout out King Welfare, aka Booby Hill, and the Queen, Miss B Williams, in the chat. You know, chiming in, holding it down in the chat. I appreciate all y'all being in here. But Taita W, what's your topic for the night? What you feel like discussing?
Did you guys watch the Kevin Hart documentary that's on Netflix now?
You saw
Nah.
Kevin Hart or Kevin Hart clone? Who we talking about?
I don't know, whichever one, but it's one of them motherfuckers. One of them little motherfuckers. I don't know if it's the original or the clone, but
Nah, I didn't
I
even
was
know
just
Kevin Hart had something out.
yeah, he said some interesting stuff in the documentary. Um he was talking about the movie Night School, and you know how they got movie critics that write reviews about the movies. And so this motherfucker bragged in the documentary that he sent one of the movie critics a $8,000 bottle of wine, and then he called himself King Petty LaBelle because the movie did so well and the guy gave him a bad review. And so, like, I just found that interesting that niggas waste money every day to feel better about themselves. And then he bragging about this like that's something to brag about and something to feel special about because you wasted $8,000 because somebody gave your movie a bad review.
That's some
Yeah.
whole ass shit right
So
there.
what you saying? You got beef with Kevin Hart? What you
And
trying to
he
say?
just did a lot of fuck shit in that documentary that pissed me off. Like I already knew he wasn't shit. But then it was another scene because you know he had that whole scandal with his wife where somebody sent him the the outing him for having sex with the chick in Vegas.
He was cheating on
And
his wife.
yeah, they was on their bus or their private jet, wherever the hell they was. And this is why niggas like him get set up and robbed. Because when a nigga get a little bit of money, they lose their motherfucking mind. And I'm sick of black people acting like this towards other black people. So
Yeah,
Say,
this
he
well,
was
keep
on
going.
there talking shit to his boy. Now these his boys, they supposed to be like brothers. One of his plastic cup boys. He drunk and talking shit to him because he ain't got a house and telling him he wouldn't have shit if it wasn't for him. And I'm like, that is exactly why the crime rate is how it is in the black community. And that is exactly why these motherfuckers be getting robbed and killed and set up and shit. Cause soon you get a little bit of money or you throw your boy a bone, you want to throw it in their face like they need you or some shit. Like I don't appreciate that shit.
It sounds fucked up, but a lot of black people, and not even just black people. I seen Hispanic people do it too. But a lot of minorities or whatever people of color, a lot of us talk like we talk shit like that, and it's not necessarily healthy. And I'm not promoting that, but a lot of people just talk shit like that. So in the context of Kevin Hart, was he talking shit or were they joking around?
No, they was serious, like to the point where they was about to fight. And when they got off the plane, like I don't know if the pilot or whoever called the police, but the police was waiting on them when they got off the plane or whatever. Like it was some serious shit. And his boy was like, dude, I'm a hustler. Even if it wasn't for you, I know how to make money. And he was like, but you don't have a house though. You don't even have a house. Like having a house makes somebody special, you know? And I was like, that's probably why that nigga tried to extort his ass, because he a fucking mini micro midget
Shit,
asshole.
Money Mike. Hold on. Hold on, family.
they,
Family. Y'all want to chime in on y'all want to piggyback off of Taida's perspective?
yeah, I want to say something. That's a real hoe ass move. If I was that nigga, I would have pistol whipped that nigga with that motherfucking bottle. You don't do no shit like that. And first of all, who paying $8,000 for some liquor? Man, water costs more than that. Man, I need that in my bank account right now. Some niggas think they Tony Mont. Some niggas be thinking they Tony Montana or something, man. Until the shots get off in their ass, man. I be tired of niggas acting like that. They don't think about shit when they coming up in the world and they have a chance to do something with their money. They just want to spend it on hoes with fake asses and get plastic surgery and all this extra fruity shit that's going on. You can actually take that money and do something to it.
I'm up in here,
And
JTL.
that's what I'm
Yo,
saying. Like, that's 8,000 more dollars that could have been in a trust fund for your kids or something. But you bragging because this made you feel good about yourself to send this man who don't give a rat's ass about you a $8,000 bottle of wine.
They can throw that in a strip club. That's chump change to them. I need that in my bank account. Shit.
hop up in here, JTL John Horse.
Man, I didn't know. So that was the same dude that tried to extort him.
No, this is one of the dude he sent the wine to is just a movie critic that gave Night School a bad review. And so he figured since Night School did so well at the box office, he'll send this dude a $8,000 bottle of wine to shit on him, pretty much.
Basically, they using
Oh,
bots and shit to ratings higher, like no movie ratings and shit. Knowing these movies be trash as fuck.
That's some white people shit. I ain't even gonna lie. Niggas don't do shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And then he was on there like, I am King Petty, Petty LaBelle. And that's how he said it. And I was like, what the fuck, nigga? Do you realize how stupid you sound right now?
Mm. Well, I think that karma is a bitch, depending on who you fucking, because he shouldn't have just took himself to that level in his mind. That's the same thing when the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl. He thought he can just go past security, get on stage, and then you look like a fucking idiot. And I thought he was a cool dude, but he need to get these reality checks is showing like, look, don't forget where you came from. So with that being said, hey, he got what he deserved. Hopefully God bless, especially with his near death experience. man, get your shit together, come back down to fucking earth. It's most important things that's going on in this world than you being some superstar and somebody kissing your ass. There's more important things that's going on in this world. Because Philly is fucked up bad. Like the hoods in Philly. Come on now, Lo. You know I'm telling the truth. Philly is fucked up.
I
My
ain't never
pops is
been,
from.
but
Uh,
yeah, I ain't never
But
been,
low key
but
know what
I
I'm
mean,
talking.
I
Low
just
key know
nigga,
what I'm
I
talking about.
listen. I picked up a nigga from Philly one time to do music with him one time. I'll never get. I was like, bro, I fuck with you, but I don't fuck with where you live at, nigga.
It was
it
one
I'm
of
can't
them
be
gone,
death
my
worse
cabinet.
than
nigga.
Chicago. It can't be worse
One
than
of
Chicago.
them
No,
state property.
I ain't
Shit.
saying that, but at the same time though, Philly got its issues. Philly is one of them places that's similar to Chicago where it's like, yo, your life can get fucked up if you look at a nigga wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like it's because I got homies from Chicago too, and it's like that in damn near everywhere. Like for where I'm from, where you know what I'm saying, for where John Horace from and Montana from. We from Florida and we from the hood, so we know what it is. Like, but what's fucked up for us like Jersey and Philly and Chicago, here in Florida, a nigga act like they friends with you, and what's fucked up because of that Southern hospitality shit, you would try to believe that shit, and then you would get fucked up. Chicago, Philly, and motherfucking Jersey, you know better than that. You know better than that. Don't try that friend shit, nigga. You will get fucked up. Don't try that shit. But here in Florida, a bitch act like they your friend, and you would think, oh, you know, the Southerners are so nice. Pat, 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 you dead. You know what I'm saying? So it is, but still, you know, it's like Kevin Hart could be doing so much more for his community. I ain't saying he ain't doing nothing because we don't know what he's doing, but at the same time, promote that. Don't promote that you send a bitch a $8,000 bottle of pussy ass wine that can be drunk in one night. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I just didn't like that. I wish black people stopped doing that shit too, especially like, with their friends and shit. And this somebody, he called his brother and referred to as his brother, and then you trying to shit on him because you made it big and brought him along. That's what the fuck you supposed to do. But when you get drunk, now you want to throw it in his face, and it's like this is why niggas be getting got. Shit like that.
But
Fuck shit.
but y'all ever notice how like a celebrity come from poverty or whatever the case may be, and when they do put people on, they really only put the people around them on. They'll put a handful of people on that they know, but not a lot of celebrities put their whole community on or their whole neighborhood or their whole, you know what I'm saying, their whole area on. They don't make sure every like where they grew up they don't make sure everybody's eating. So kind of like a Oprah, right? Just for example, Oprah's worth 2.7 billion. Oprah put on Dr. Phil. Oprah put on a couple people. You know what I'm saying? But Oprah could have easily put on Chicago. It's no reason why you got Oprah, Obama, so all of these music artists, Chance the Rapper, you got all of these artists, and Chicago has, you know what I mean, has the nerve to be a shithole. Let's keep it a Billy, you know what I'm saying? It's no reason why Chicago should be a shithole, man. When you got
I
all
mean,
of these wealthy people.
Chance the Rapper prize, but I think he go about it the wrong way. This motherfucker donated like $1 million or $2 million to the Chicago public school system, and I think he shouldn't have done that.
Them schools shut down. They done pocket that money. Shit, he was better off just
Hey,
getting every one of them kids. He was better off just getting a suitcase full of money, going to the projects and giving everybody some money out. Like
That's some
y'all,
real
but
shit. Nobody want
but
to do
yeah,
that
I think
though. Nobody
yeah,
want to do that.
it's like
niggas
you
think
giving it
about this.
back to the system who misusing it in the first place. So I mean, he get a C+ for effort, but man, he there's other ways he could have helped that was actually going to help versus just giving it to the system that's against the kids anyway.
Look, that nigga get an F minus in my opinion. That was just nothing but a tax write off. Fuck him.
That's real.
Hey, let
Hop
me
up in
grab
that,
this shit
John.
real quick. Let me grab this shit real quick.
Pause.
First of all, I gotta give the man props for capitalizing off a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? The man made money off a fuck up. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole documentary, got all us talking about the shit on Netflix, where he ultimately got his fucking start. So it was like restarting the race and doing this shit again. He finna lap and make some more money. You know what I'm saying? I also want to commend him for humbling himself. You know what I'm saying? After all that shit, man, he the one who put all that embarrassing shit out there for everybody to see. You know what I'm saying? And third,
That is not
respectfully.
humbling yourself
It,
putting out you cheated.
hold
Motherfuckers cheat
on, hold on.
every day.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. Because it is being humble. Because at the same time, that's some shit he could have kept private, didn't nobody know about. You know what I'm saying? And we already know he got cameras around him 24/7. That's some shit he could have he put a documentary together as a hustler would do. You know what I'm saying? Took all that great content and put that shit together and got everybody interested in it and got everybody talking. That's just two. Third, fuck Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a fucking rat hole. And
Oh,
respectfully, you know what I'm saying?
Lord,
Each
John.
motherfucking city and each motherfucking goddamn, I gotta get it out. I
Meek,
gotta get
Meek
it out
Mill gonna pull
because
up,
we
nigga.
all.
Benny Siegel gonna
Hey,
get the chopper, man. You better chill
hey
out.
man, hey, but check it out though. Listen, check me out. This is what I'm respectfully saying. Each motherfucking hood in the ghetto is not each motherfucking goddamn black person who come from there problem. You understand? If we so called, we need to get on city council. If your tax dollars, if you work for Family Dollar, if you work for whoever the fuck ever, you need to know who the fuck your city council zone is, who represents you. You need to be at they motherfucking office knocking them down and talking about, hey man, what the fuck you goddamn doing? Why these schools ain't getting the maintenance they supposed to be getting? Why these schools, why the hoods looking how they supposed to be motherfucking looking? If the so-called people, if this they neighborhood and they supposed to be paying for it, we shouldn't have motherfuckers who famous as fuck coming out and trying to do something. They money ain't motherfucking long like we think it is. You know what I'm saying? You see Siskel and motherfucking Ebert out this motherfucker trying to do some shit. You see Bill Gates trying to go represent for his farm family. Hell the fuck no. So why the hell we gotta sit up here and act like we gotta reach back for a motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Who ain't even trying to reach for it in the first place? You know what I'm saying? You can't reach for motherfuckers for it, and the motherfucker ain't reaching for themselves. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm ultimately saying. You can't save a broken neighborhood. It's broken. We know it's broken. We talk about it every weekend. You know what I'm saying? The best thing you can do is get the fuck up out of that bitch and do for yourself.
Hop up in here, family.
That mentality has destroyed black people, and the fact that black people is still sitting around
That has
thinking,
not destroyed black people.
I'll let
This
you talk.
motherfucker
Can I talk,
has
please?
destroyed black people. We cannot sit up here and keep blaming our motherfucking self. We can't keep blaming ourselves. We can't keep blaming ourselves. How we
Who
gonna
we
blame
gonna
ourselves
blame if
and
we
then
don't
figure it
blame
out?
ourselves? We gonna blame the system?
Why?
The system doing what it's
Tell me
supposed
what
to
year we
do.
started blaming ourselves? What year we started blaming ourselves? I mean,
We
when did
need
this
to
shit really
start blaming ourselves and
start?
fix this shit. That's the problem. We too
How?
busy trying to
When did,
blame
listen, we
everybody
not
else.
we did not build this system. You understand? We did not build this system. So how the hell we gonna build some shit that was not for us in the first place? You understand what I'm
You're
saying?
exactly right. It's not for us. But then you
This
said you
is what I'm
advocating
saying.
for the
We not
system.
fucked up. Listen, I'm saying we not all bad. We ain't all good. You understand? But it's ultimately not our fault. You got to motherfucking keep going back and you got to look at whose fucking fault it is. I don't know why everybody feel bad when they say, yeah, it was the white man's fault. It's okay to say it was the white man's fault. The white man is saying it's okay, it's his fault. You understand what I'm saying? Like we
I'm not saying it's the white man's fault. The white man, the system is doing what it
why you
can.
feel bad?
I'm
Why
You
you
letting you
know,
feel
talk.
one
I'm
at
bad
a
letting
for
you
the
time,
talk. I'm
family.
not
white
One
gonna
at
let
a
you interrupt me.
time. One at a time, family. Come on,
I'm just
Queen.
saying, it's the goddamn white man fault.
Let her respond, John.
We keep saying it's the white man's fault. We took the fucking bait. The white man doing what the fuck the white man's supposed to do is disenfranchise others. It's our fault if we caught the bait. We did that shit. We traded in our family dynamics for some fucking food stamps and some free housing. We did that shit. We put our kids on the corners to sell drugs and shit to bring extra money in the household. We did that shit. They did what they were supposed to do, which was keep us
Listen,
down. So until we
listen,
start
now
acknowledging
respectfully,
our part in it, we started selling crack to each other, just
now,
trying to get ahead by any means necessary. We did that shit.
now
They dangled it in front of
respectfully,
us.
and we took the bait.
Now, John,
Now,
John,
Drop
real
a
quick.
bomb on that shit, low key.
Hold on, just hold on. Real quick, John. I want you, John. I want you to respond, but then I want to go to Montana right after you respond. Okay?
okay, I got you. I got you. No, this is what I bet. That name, I got you. I'm gonna let Op, then I'm gonna let Montana do it. But this is what I basically want to say, man. Listen, we got the internet. We can review our history. It's very easy to get on YouTube and review the history that we fucked up in. But at them times and in those moments, we worked with what the fuck we had. You understand? We worked with what the fuck they gave us. You know what I'm saying? In a system we knew nothing about. Now that we know about the system is ultimately broken because now we are developed with a choice to fuck with it or not fuck with it because it's out there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I don't not agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you, but only to a certain extent because now, yes, we know better. So for the motherfuckers who still doing the same shit, yeah, let the dead lie with the dead. But people like yourself and that's encouraging other motherfuckers that are actually taking that initiative to be like, you know what, this goddamn lady talking right. Let me get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's crazy motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? Like last year we had a goddamn little girl. She motherfucking killed her baby by whooping the baby ass and tried to hide him in the woods down there in Tampa. Another motherfucker. Yeah,
What?
man, these motherfuckers, man. Yes, yes. Little old girl, man. You know what I'm saying? But nobody set up and gave it, you know what I'm saying? Nobody is there to give the parental teaching. Everybody thinks once they hit 18, they're fucking grown. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need people like Tahita to point out the bad shit because that's how we ultimately learn. You know what I'm saying? We learned by the motherfucking bad shit our parents did. They said do better than us. So I ultimately try to do opposite what I'm doing. That's the best lesson they taught me. You know what I'm saying? I had some fucked up ass parents.
JTL, hop up in here, bro, and then we're gonna go to EJ
Okay,
Montana.
I agree with both of what y'all saying, the king and queen saying, but this is the thing we got to remember. Now, John, I got to call you out on this. It's been a couple of shows in the past where you said, point out other communities that know how to stick together. Now, no offense, but like I said in the beginning of the show, I feel you because it feel like a motherfucker want to give up. We trying so hard. But at the same time, what's disappointing is when somebody else wants to keep trying to jump in and say, no, I disagree with that just because of how you feel right now. And I got love for you regardless of what. But what we gotta respectfully understand what the sister Taida is saying is, yo, that shit ain't cool. We need to do that because everybody else does it. So if we keep speaking separation and saying we need to come together at the same time, come together don't mean shit until it's at the times when shit really, really matters. That's just like if some crazy going on in your community, right? And you like, yo, this shit fucking with my kids, blase squaze. But then when it comes to a point where the police can get involved, the FBI, whoever get involved, and you be like, well, it ain't really that big of a deal. No, that's when it really fucking matters. A conversation is cool, but what matters is when it comes down to it, and when some shit really cracks down to it, where you could go to prison or jail, or your life can be threatened. That's what you're supposed to do. Because I watched this old video that I didn't know. I used to watch the video music box back in the days, and I didn't know I must have missed it that when Calvin Butts was going in on Bone Thugs and Harmony, Ice T, Tupac, Two Live Crew, and everybody, and then he had Ice T and Calvin Butts talking together, and Ice T was calling like, "Yo, man, you was the worst thing for our community because you doing this shit to get famous. You don't care about us because you could have came and talked to us and put us to the side first." You know what I'm saying? So if you really think about it, when it comes down to it, what really fucking matters is are you really to give your life for this shit? Now, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. We can say, oh, well, niggas don't want to do this, so I'm going to throw my life away. I'm not going to throw my life away for these niggas. Fuck these niggas. I'm going to just get my money, fuck them. But what about the black people in the community? Because I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. Angela Bass is from St. Petersburg, Florida. I've been having a beef with her because the job I worked at first, she helped put money into getting that place started. And I never seen her. I've been there for 8 fucking years and I never seen this black motherfucker. I never seen her for 8 fucking years and she so-called put money into it. The first time I ever heard her talk about it, I remember all the way back to What's Love Got the motherfucking do with it. This bitch get on this motherfucking Breakfast Club, millions of views. They asked about where she from. She said St. Petersburg ain't nothing but old white people that smell like mothballs. What about the motherfucking black people that's in this community that's trying every fucking day? I'm trying every fucking day. And you mean to tell me, bitch, that you can't say that it's black people that's trying? You know the places you put money into, black people are trying. And you said, fuck us. You don't give a fuck about us. So that hurts because there's so many black people, black kids here. And John, I know you know what the fuck I'm talking about because my granddad is from Jacksonville. I done been there a million times. John, you know what I'm talking about because Jacksonville is bigger than St. Petersburg. So
I ain't gonna
if
lie, I got lost in the past and I forgot who you was talking about.
I'm
Nah,
talking about you. I'm talking about you, my brother. I'm talking about you. What I'm saying is this. With all the shit that we're talking about, when it comes to being reaching back for your people, what Tahita said, you know what I'm talking about, John, because we can relate. We from Florida. We from the South. We hood niggas. We know what time it is. But what I'm saying, my brother, is the fact of what the problem is. Everybody gets to a point where they're disappointed. And I hear it in your tone a lot of the times. And I feel you. I'm not saying you wrong because this shit is it's disparaging. I feel you. But at the same time, we can't say, "Oh, this is why niggas give up on niggas." We can't say that shit. That like it's cool. We can say we understand why, cause we go through it. But if we give up, it's gonna be the same shit. But like I said, you was talking before about how other communities. Wait, hold on, wait. Let me finish. You was talking about before in the past, and we can pull this shit up. Is receipts. You said before how other communities stick together. This is why, when it comes down to it, they stick together. We got to do the same motherfucking thing. If you mean to tell me that I told you in the past on a couple other shows, I'll bust my gun for you, brother, but then you tell me I can't worry about another nigga. That means, damn, so I'm going to bust my gun and waste shells for you and you won't do it for me? We can't be like that. We got to do it for the people who matter. I ain't saying, wait, hold on. I'm not saying every black person deserves that. I'm not, because we got black devils like we got white devils. But what I'm saying is when you see a brother or sister that deserve it, if you won't do that, then you don't deserve to walk on this planet. That's what I'm saying.
all right, now respectfully, I understand what you're saying. But see, that's the outside way of looking at things. See, like me and your relationship was understood. What's
That's
understood ain't
inside.
got to be said. Huh?
That's inside. That's not outside. That's inside. I'm talking about you, Taita.
No.
I'm talking about
You
inside. I ain't talking
you know, I'm
about
about
this
to
inside
Kanye rant with
conversation.
One at a
no,
time,
no,
family.
I'm
One at a
saying
time.
I get what you saying, but I'm saying I'm looking at you looking at it like from the outside. With me and you, our relationship was understood ain't got to be said. I can see you and we gonna clink like you know what I'm saying. It ain't you know what I'm saying. I ain't gotta say, hey, I'm this or I'm doing this for the norm or something. You know what I'm saying? We move in silence. That's period. Like we can do a show together for the kids or any kind of shit because I know how you move and you know how I move. Now, what I'm respectfully saying is, you got some lazy motherfuckers out there that sit up there and want to jump on motherfucking bandwagons and jump on trends when motherfuckers is really trying to get some shit done and they want to claim the motherfucking fame. You know what I'm saying? And don't want to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Now, respectfully, you can leave those lazy motherfuckers away from the fuck from me. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. This is why I say everybody ain't meant to be motherfucking saved. And when I look back and I say a community, I'm looking for each and every person that can do for me or I can do for them or that done did for me. And I feel like I owe them something. You understand? I mean, because I don't feel like I owe anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the whole simple fact. It's camaraderie. Am I saying y'all help me say that word camaraderie? Yeah.
Shit, you
That
said it. You
bullshit.
fucked it up so bad.
I
I
get
don't
what
know
you
how to say it,
I
John.
fucked it up real
Camaraderie,
badly. But
camaraderie.
this what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You can ultimately I done lived in neighborhoods where motherfuckers done grew up and they beef each other and they beef with each other and they know each other. Like know their mamas and everything. That's not a fucking community. I'm not trying to link with that person because that motherfucker's trying to knock off my goddamn head. Now the motherfucker who
I get
I don't even know who ain't giving me no motherfucking harm that I met way across town. You know what I'm saying? And he on the same shit I'm on, like, damn, we on Blase Squaze or whatever. Yeah, we gonna rock out together. That's part of my community. That's the camaraderie part. You know what I'm saying? Just cause a motherfucker from my neighborhood don't mean I gotta fuck with a nigga from my neighborhood. Did motherfucking goddamn Craig and motherfucking goddamn Chris Tucker fuck with goddamn Debo? Hell no.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think we on the same page. It's just our wires got crossed. Like I'm pissed off because Kevin Hart was shitting on his boy who's been his friend since they was kids that he put on. and then tried to throw it in his face. And it's like
But what
that's
did this
what
boy do? What did this boy do?
Kevin
What did
Hart
this
was
boy do?
drunk. He was
No,
drunk.
what did his boy do though? Cause it go both ways.
Kevin Hart
What
was
did his
drunk.
boy do?
Kevin
What did his
Hart was
boy do though?
oh God. Kevin Hart was drunk. They
Yeah,
were
yeah.
on a plane and
Hey,
Kevin Hart
drunk
was drunk
person speak a
and
soul
Hold on,
man.
John. Hold
What
on.
did his
exactly
homeboy?
you
Hold
missing
on,
the
John. Let
point.
her finish, man. Let her finish, man. Come
Kevin
on,
Hart
man.
was drunk and just nitpicking with his homeboy, who's his personal trainer that he pays to be his personal trainer. They've been boys for years. Kevin Hart was in his feelings about the other dude who tried to extort him and got drunk and started talking shit to his homeboy for no reason. And then he kept nitpicking with his homeboy, throwing it in his face that his homeboy didn't have a house and that he wouldn't have nothing if it wasn't for him. And it's like, why, as Black people, do we feel the need to stunt on other people? That's his boy, who he referred to as his brother. So even if you did put him on, why you got to get drunk and throw it in his face to make you feel better about yourself? And I get it. No, we don't have to save everybody in the hood. But at the same time, if you on national TV bragging about sending an $8,000 bottle of wine to somebody you don't even know, just because he gave your movie a bad review, that's what's wrong with the Black community.
I'm saying, but that's what made him cuss his homeboy out or something.
Never mind. We just gonna leave
He
it alone,
said,
y'all.
I'm
We
like,
we gonna
did his homeboy get
Oh,
his movie a bad review?
Wait, hold on. Let me jump in on that. Hold on, let me jump in on that real quick. Man, John, like I hear what you're saying because somebody feel it and you said fuck Philly. This is the thing. You say you want to be like-minded and work with people that's like-minded, but you can't say fuck Philly if you saying that you want to deal with Black people that's like-minded. It's millions of people in Philly that are like-minded. My pops is from Philly. He's like-minded just like you. He helps Black people down for his people, point blank, period. So we can't sit up there and say fuck Philly because you're saying fuck all the Black people that is down for it. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, that what Mr. Aida saying is the same thing I'm agreeing with home. If you mean that, say that. We got to distinguish who it is. Fuck the people that is against us and fuck up shit like Stephen A. Smith. You get what I'm saying? Fuck him. But we can't wait. Hold on. But we can't say we hold on. But we can't jump in and say fuck people because of this or this because we having a bad day. That's what I'm saying, my brother. We can't do that because now we separate ourselves from all them other people that ride for us too. Like we need them to ride
It
for us. That's what I'm saying.
it it man, like I say, I'm pretty raw with the shit. This is what I'm saying. Like we can look at Philly as a whole. We check it out. We can look at Philly as a whole as a shithole. And you have plenty of people talking about, yeah, Philly this and Philly that. I understand that. That's all well and cool. But the people who like minded are not making enough noise to represent Philly in a good light. This is why I look at Philly from afar and I'm like, fuck Philly, because I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know nobody over there like minded like me. Just like you said, you know people like minded. Like we will all connect on some shit like we supposed to connect. You know what I'm saying? Cause we see the mainstream that it's a problem that need to be fixed, and we see it. But the people who are representing these such cities as Los Angeles or motherfucking New York or Chicago, they making the city look bad. So this is why I'm saying fuck all these motherfucking ghettos in the goddamn hood. Cause motherfuckers say this and that and they do this and that. But I mean, what is it ultimately changing?
let me
Now, if you can motherfucking start a house program and put motherfuckers in a better circumstances, or you can start motherfucking giving jobs or start your own business, that's cool. But as far as motherfucking you being a rapper, throwing the same motherfucking money you throwing to them goddamn strippers and giving away to dollars and shit to the community, that don't move me. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, but you can do bigger. You understand? Because I can sit up here and give motherfucking dollars to the community. I'm no motherfucking body. You understand? These people look at you from afar. So don't know what I'm saying. Keep they motherfucking eyes dreaming that goddamn far. You give a motherfucking kid a couple of dollars, but he looking at stacks and racks in your motherfucking hand. Like, what kind of shit is that? You
And
understand?
real
Put
quick,
this little man in front of a computer, show him how to use that bitch, show him how to further himself. I'm gonna respect you more for that. Cause now you building an institution, my brother. Now I'm looking at your neighborhood in a much better light. But other than that, long as you still got motherfuckers who sitting up there talking about, yeah, I'm this person OG and your little OG and all these other motherfuckers still killing each other and whacking each other. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck about that neighborhood. I'm not trying to come together with nobody in that neighborhood. Somebody might try to kill me for trying to put somebody together in that neighborhood.
John, let me hop up in there because that's all super facts. And I agree with you. We got to change the mentality before anything changes. I do got to bring the show to a pause. I'm loving all y'all perspectives, man. Triple salute to all of y'all. Let me drop a bomb on that conversation, man. I do got to bring the show to a pause because I do want to say we got the Young King Virgo, aka West versus the People, in the live chat. You know what I'm saying? Chiming in on our conversations, vibing with us. I do want to say rest in peace, you know, to his queen. His mother unfortunately passed away. So if y'all could give him some love, you know what I'm saying? You already know Virgo is a veteran for the Straight to It podcast. So I definitely want to say, you know, rest in peace to his queen, his mother, man. And as I told him in the live chat, you know, Virgo, you're your mother's legacy. You got to make her proud now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Give Virgo a little love, man. He going through it right now, man. But hopefully we get Virgo on the Straight to It podcast, you know, next episode, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
condolences, brother, man.
Can I speak?
That's some tough shit to deal with, man.
I mean, far as Virgo, bro, you know you my brother. Like I said, man, you stay strong, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just stay strong, bro. I mean, shit. I don't know what else to say. I can't really. I stay strong, bro. If you need anything, just reach out, brother. But stay strong, man. We love you, bro. We love you.
That's real talk.
That's
Yeah,
real, man. And you know, I love having an environment like this, man. I love creating a space like this. I'm so fortunate to be able to, you know, meet y'all. I try to use the internet in the right way, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a Billy with y'all. Sometimes low key T be slacking, man. I'll be on World Star. I'll be in places I'm not supposed to be, man. Watching niggas turn up. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not a good look, but I try to use the internet in the right way to bring real people together, and then to create an atmosphere like this where, you know, none of us knew each other, but now we connect. We all on the same vibration, man. So if something happens to one of us, we can hit up each other, man, and it's real. It's not fake. It's not for money. So I love y'all, man. I respect y'all, man. You already know, man. Shout out Virgo, man. Hopefully everything is going okay with y'all, going okay with you. And if we need help with anything, man, just let us know, man.
Yeah,
Now,
rest in peace to his mom.
yeah, that's
And
that's tough.
just try not to fall too deep into a depression because she wouldn't want that. She would want you to go on with your life with the skills and everything she instilled in you. So just keep that in mind.
That's a fact. Now, you already know we're gonna
Uh,
we're gonna hop back into the Straight to It podcast. This is episode 16. I'm so grateful that YouTube hasn't kicked us off yet. Montana. Is Montana alive? John Horse. Is Montana still rocking with us? John Horse.
Montana
You
said,
get one,
fuck that
dude.
shit. That crazy.
You
he's
got tired of you got tired of
a-
All right, well, fuck it then. We gonna go to the king, man. I want to pass it to JTL, aka Op from the Norm, man. JTL, you came out with 2 fire videos today. I'm not sure if that's what you want to
thank,
talk
thank.
about, but yeah, man, I like your videos because you really sit down on your videos and you know what I mean. You have real conversations, man. And but what you feel like talking tonight, man? You already know it's BYOT. Bring your own topic. What's your topic for the night, fam?
Um, I want to say my topic is all right. I've been seeing this shit with Wack 100 what he said, and Lo, you know, I made a video about for his nip for his. Hold on,
Listen,
let's bring it up.
JTL want to throw hands with Wack 100. That's a fucking fact.
I don't blame him.
No,
I got your
no,
back. We can
no,
pass it,
not necessarily, but we got to get these dudes out the way. That's what that bullshit. Because I feel like this: if you knew the brother and people are showing him love, right now, if he would have kept it saying, all right, well, y'all showing him fake love, I can respect that. But he kept saying he wasn't no legend. Then he talking about, oh shit, cuz did what he's supposed to do. The fuck nigga that killed Nipsey. Then he talking about, oh, he wasn't about this life and all that, and it's like that's bullshit because you know he was. You seen a nigga slapping nigga on line, fighting niggas, you know, gun shit, whatever for the life. But this is my thing. He did the best that he could in the situation that he was in. For as being a crip, he helped a lot of young brothers and sisters to see a light and doing better. So what I was saying with Low is like he said, you know, he wasn't really for his music, he wasn't a legend to me, but he did some legendary shit outside of music. My thing is this: why can't we just say, you know what? Fuck it. You legendary outside of music. You got to realize, for people who didn't listen to Nipsey Hussle, he was saying that shit in his music. Everything he talked about in his music, he was doing outside his music. So if you think he's a legend outside of his music, for the shit that he did, then you can say because he did that shit that he said in his music. And then he did something legendary to me for selling a mixtape for $100 and selling out the quota that he wanted to sell a lot. So I'm like, why does it matter if he wasn't on pop, big, or whoever status who sell millions? Both these those young brothers didn't. So my thing is like, why does it matter? He wasn't selling millions of records. Why can't we just let him have legendary status? Because I understand, you know, with the music shit. Like you saying, oh, he wasn't a legend because of that. Okay, cool. Well, that's fine. But everything that he could possibly get killed for. A boy not killed
ATL, your mic
for
is cutting in and out
that,
real bad,
but
bro.
he did legendary shit. Oh my bad. Where I lost y'all at?
Oh, just the last little
You
part.
was on some Zeppelin Roger type techno shit.
Yo, yeah, you sounded
Oh
like
yeah,
some.
I do computer love.
You sounded like some
I
Robo.
was saying
I
Sounded
don't
like
know
some
if you
RoboCop shit, my nigga. This nigga sound
computer. Listen, like I said, why can't we just go ahead and give legendary status to somebody who deserves it? You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it don't matter if we think that okay, his music was legendary, but he was doing the shit in his music that he said in his music outside of his music. So we would have to still give him legendary status. Fuck what everybody else feel. Cause they not saying that about everybody else, and then they doing like Juice WRLD got arrested. So I heard that they calling him a legend, but it's like them jits. Let him say that he a legend. Let him live as a legend. You know what I'm saying? In their eyes, why do we have to do that, especially when it comes to our black people?
hop up in there, EJ. What's your thoughts on that?
I think Wack 100 is a fucking clown ass nigga that don't have no morals or no respect
Oh
about
shit.
a person that just died a year or so ago. And a lot of these niggas don't have the heart to say this stuff in front of these dudes when they here. So they talk all this shit about these dudes when they're not here to defend themselves, man. I'm tired of crab ass dudes like this, man. When the industry gonna wake up and just put these niggas out of business? This dude was a cop, man. This dude don't have no fucking
I seen that
respect
picture. I
about
seen
nothing,
that
man.
picture.
Officer Wack. Then you running
You
around talking about you running around talking about you Pyru, man. What type of blood hang around with cops, man? Don't get me started on that shit, cause a lot of these rapping ass niggas be talking about this blood shit, this crip shit. Next thing you know, these niggas ghetto hopping from gang to gang. You can't be doing shit like that. And a lot of these dudes just be talking shit about Tupac. Some dudes be talking shit about Biggie. These dudes be talking shit about Prodigy. A lot of these niggas wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for those type of rappers, man. They should be lucky. They should be able and be privileged to breathe the same fucking air of what type of music they brought to the industry. Cause a lot of these motherfuckers ain't bringing nothing to the music game. It's damn near 2020, and I still can't get no music out of this generation that I know that it can get that can get on the level of the 80s and 90s type music. Cause if you go back in the day, I don't care what year you going to, from 1990 to 1999, from 1980 to 1989, hell, even the late 70s, you can't find no music from this generation that's really on anything that I know of that can really compete with the stuff that was going back in the day.
I feel like
And that's
it's
just
my fault. Go ahead, EJ.
now I'm gonna let you go. Then I'm gonna just finish it up.
Oh well, no, I was just gonna say real quick. They took the humanity out of music. I mean, they took the humanity out of a lot of shit, but especially music because the music we hear nowadays, it all sounds like robots. It all got that auto tune in it, and your soul can't connect with auto tune. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
saying? Your soul connect with somebody's real voice, their real vocals, like a Sade or a Luther Vandross or a Carl. What's his name? Carl Thomas. Come on, man.
Thomas,
Come
yeah.
on, man. You listen to them niggas sing raw vocal. What the fuck? God damn. Listen, family, this video was sponsored by Dos Equis. Low key T is fucked up. But those were raw vocals, man. So your soul, it speaks to your soul. That's you know what I'm saying? No, it don't get no realer than that. But now they put these effects on every song and these vocals, and it doesn't speak to your soul anymore. Your soul is wandering around like, okay, well, where do I find? It's like your soul is hungry. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to say it.
I finish it up for you. Basically, all these niggas think they T Pain, they think they Lil Wayne, they think they Future. All these dudes are sounding the same on a different type beat, man. You go back in the day and listen to Prince, you listen to Michael Jackson, you listen to fucking Phil Collins, you listen to artists like that. You can feel the soul in the, you can still feel the soul in the music. Once the beat come on, you already know it's gonna be a jam. You turn some shit on today, you just hear all this mumble shit, man. And I can't get with it, and it just hurts me as a music lover of good music, that how far has hip hop came and different types of genres of music has came.
I'm gonna put my conspiracy analyst hat on. I feel like they do that on purpose because they know how much music, motivates people to do certain things, I feel like they wanted to take the passion out of music to move people to do certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Man, to me, it's simple. Man, to me, it's simple science. Shit, motherfuckers sit up here. I mean, it's real easy, man. The most of the music that we listen to is played at 440 hertz. You know what I'm saying? When we sitting up here,
Is
and the
that is
body
that
only needs
John Horse or Jay
432.
Indy? Who that? That's John Horse or
Oh,
Jay Indy?
that's John Horse. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, shout out to my boy Jay Indy.
Run that
Cause
back,
when you
John.
write, you write. You know what I'm saying?
Run that
I mean,
back.
cause what I mean is basically like 440 hertz. If you listen to the difference, you know what I mean? You can look it up, search it up right now. You listen to the difference. I mean, 432, it puts you at a nice, soothing, calming, relaxing. It opens you up. But you know what I'm saying? You put it at 440, you know what I'm saying? It's like a panic level. You know what I'm saying? I think the God frequency like 444 or some shit like that, or 536 or some shit like that. But it's basically science, man. You know what I'm saying? And what we getting right now is chemical reactions. This is what you see with these kids falling in depression. This is what you see multiple shootings, just you know what I'm saying, unruly motherfucking shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? But it boils down to chemical reaction. It boils down to our bodies and how we reacting to everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say people, a lot of people, we need to steadfast and we need to look and be aware of what we are actually doing. You know what I'm saying? Before we look out and be like, damn, okay. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit that we motherfucking listen to is goddamn plumb dumb crazy. I know it's plumb dumb crazy, but at the same time, I know enough to motherfucking goddamn balance myself out. I might listen to some NBA Youngboy, but I'm gonna throw on some goddamn Patti LaBelle just to know what I'm saying, bring my soul and my thinking back down to the common earth. You know what I'm saying? That's just on some Pandora shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain frequencies, you know what I'm saying, that's played at certain levels that people need to understand. If you get this science right within yourself, you know what I'm saying, and get yourself on the balance level, you can help a lot of other motherfuckers.
And definitely, that's why I be so careful of which type of music I put on my channel, cause I just be wanting like my subscribers and other people to listen to something that can actually help them with their lives instead of just listening to I want to suck your dick from the back and I want to kill this nigga and
Hold
run up in
up.
with
Hold
the
up,
Gucci bag.
EJ.
You
Wait,
lit.
what?
I'm serious.
That
Listen
sound
to
like some
all
yin yang twins. What is you talking about?
nah. Hey, you can say what you want about you can say what you want about the Yin Yang. And let me say this now. You can say what you
We
want
ain't
about the
asked
Yin
you about your fantasies now.
Nah, it ain't my
Leave,
fantasies.
leave that leave that man alone.
These what these motherfuckers be saying in their music.
That's a fact.
You can go back in the day and listen to certain types of music. Yeah, they was talking their gangster shit though, but they was actually putting messages out there. So like if you do this shit, there's consequences and repercussions to the thing. Nowadays, you put some gangster shit out, these niggas think they Superman and shit, thinking
Listen,
kryptonite won't hurt them.
EJ, the
And
perfect
and you
song.
know and you know it. And you make a perfect point. Cause back to them motherfucking days, like I said, them 808s, know what I'm saying? We was at a low level of thinking. You know what I'm saying? And basically we still at a low level of thinking, thanks to motherfucking Kanye's motherfucking goddamn album 808. You know what I'm saying? You done sent all these motherfucking kids into depression and all kind of ways of motherfucking thinking. And we talking about straight up Oreos. We talk about kids who ain't even from the hood and shit. You know what I'm saying? Kids who are actually bored, like living like white kids type shit. You know what I'm saying? Just bored out their mind with the mundane life, you know what I'm saying? Or with the basic hurt of losing a girlfriend. They expressing that shit to a degree times 10. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like hey, feelings like me personally, I don't wear my feelings and emotions on my motherfucking sleeve like that because it makes you open and it makes you susceptible to motherfucking demons, spirits, any motherfucking body who don't mean you no motherfucking harm. Cause they see where you weak at. You know what I'm saying? So I understand them, you know what I'm saying? That's they hustle. They making their money off their pain and all that other shit. But ultimately that your pain gonna be your destruction. You keep preaching about that shit, you gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm trying to change up my way of listening to music. Like I say, it's okay to listen to it, but it's a balance to everything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking no good or no bad. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own perspective of looking at things. Like I say, I look at it like, well, damn, let me just balance it out with this and I'll listen to a little bit of this. It's just how people roll. You feel me?
Yeah, I definitely feel you.
Piggybacking off of Eric Johnson, man. One of the. I'm sorry, this is a legendary song. I think it's timeless by Beanie Siegel. It's called "Die," and
Mm.
in the song, I don't know if y'all ever heard of that song. Beanie Siegel is called
I got
"Die."
album, my nigga.
Um,
I got
man, he is pure flow, pure rapping ability, pure
Die, cause a
wordplay.
nigga said I said something.
Die, cause that nosy bitch. Come
I
on,
like
man.
Yeah, yeah,
I
But
like
but
that
the
that's
point I'm
my
trying to
shit. Yeah.
make is it was a mixture of bars but also real life consequences. And you don't see that today. Today now everything is drip rap or swag rap. Back then that's why that era was so important, man. But go ahead, family.
I
I
like that
shit, I liked the one they did with Scarface better than that one.
Mac and
You know what I'm
Brad.
saying? Because
What song
it
you talking
it, it
about?
was
What
more
song is
lighter.
that?
Like I
What's
say,
like a nigga like three together?
to a song like that, when you listen to a song like that, it like just the whole beat and the melody itself, it puts your ass in the zone of that motherfucking thinking. Like, okay, this what a motherfucker did me wrong, or this one you. But when you think of a motherfucker shit like when he did with Scarface and shit like that, you think about making up out of some shit like that. Like, I don't know. I'm just
Hold on,
thinking
you
like
talking
it's
about
a
the one
different.
with Jay-Z and Scarface. You talking about
No,
somehow, some way.
no, that's Mac and
Yeah,
Brad off the Truth album.
but yeah, but this what I'm saying. I mean, but it's two differences to the song. Both of them real, and I ain't saying one better than the other or anything like that. But I'm just saying they put you in two different perspectives. And these motherfuckers ultimately knew this shit in the motherfucking game, bro. They been playing with us for so long. This is why I encourage other people. If you make music, man, make music the way you want to make music. Cause when them motherfuckers signed them goddamn record deals, they gave us shit like that, even when they didn't fucking want to. You know what I'm saying? And put us in them motherfucking goddamn demonic ass motherfucking thoughts. You know what I'm saying? That's where that shit came from. The thoughts, just period. You know what I'm saying? All that shit been manifested, man.
Yeah, I think black people already had those thoughts, but the music just enhanced it and shit. All right.
I do gotta hop up in the live chat, man. Y'all already know, man. The family is rocking with us tonight. Triple salute to Queen B. Williams checking in. We got the King Chris G. We got Mr. Google himself, Doggy54. You
That's
already
my name.
know, man. You already know, man. We got the homie Delon Taylor, Brick James, Daddy West, aka King Footlong. I don't call him King Footlong because that shit
I'm
sound
telling you.
that shit sound gay.
Pause.
Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me.
Pause again.
Nah, that shit
Ain't no
sound
girl.
gay, respectfully. But I do want to go back to JTL, man. JTL, do you feel like the panel, you know what I'm saying, did your topic justice before we go on to the next king?
I
I
think
ain't speak yet.
off topic. I think we kind of got off topic a little bit.
A lot.
Because we, we had some shit to say, but we got off topic. What I was saying as far as giving people legendary status. If you feel one way they legendary versus the other, I'm like, okay, that's cool. But at the same time, it's like you still like he deserves legendary status because of this. And I'm like, why do we have to try to pick and choose when it comes to our legends? You know what I'm saying? Because they always trying to take our legends from us, anyways. Like they keep throwing. I didn't have conversations with white people before, and they try to throw Martin Luther King up in your face. But I'm like, you didn't follow Martin Luther King because before he died, he was talking that gangster shit. He was like, man, I fucked up, and I know better now. We finna come and get our checks. And then people would just talk about he was nonviolent. Him and Malcolm X was like brothers before Malcolm X got killed and before he got assassinated. What are you talking about? So I feel like
Is Bow
what I was
Wow a
saying,
legend?
huh?
Is Bow Wow a legend?
He wasn't to somebody. Think
In
about
his
it.
own way.
If
Okay
you know,
then. Okay then.
uh,
I think with Wack,
if you think about it, not to cut you off, Taida, but real quick, if you think about it, Bow Wow was damn near signed to death row when he was 6, 7 years old. He been in the game for a long time. He's like 33 now, so he been in the game for like 20. I want to say what 27 years or some shit like that. So he been in
So
the
he
game for
get
a
the
long
legendary status,
time.
right?
He deserves it, right?
That's why you know what I'm saying. That's just like with the motherfucking sex shit with Oprah and shit. You know what I'm saying. I just want to make sure everybody get their fair shake. Cause if Nipsey get you know what I'm saying, legendary status, a person like Bow Wow should get a legendary status as well,
Hold on,
regardless of their
Real shit.
work. Cause that's what I ultimately think. They
hold
stood on their
on,
work. So yeah, I
Yeah.
feel exactly where you coming from.
hold
Nipsey
on.
should get legendary status. Wack is motherfucking whack,
How, Bow Wow can't be a legend. He got his ass whooped by his bitch.
What the
bro.
fuck?
So
Bow Wow.
Nigga
Look
said
at
soul.
look.
What you mean soul?
All right.
Lionel Richie is a
Listen,
legend. Lionel Richie is well, but his swipe, but he a legend.
Hold on,
low
JTL,
key.
Y'all see
JTL.
Low
that?
key. As a content,
Hold on, I gotta hop in here,
as a
family.
con-
I gotta hop in. I gotta hop in here. JTL, I think you gotta leave and come back because your mic sounded crazy tonight. I want the
My
people to hear
connection. I'm
everything you
sorry.
saying.
I'm
Yeah,
excited,
so
so
if you want to leave and come back, do what you got to do. John Horse, hop up in there. What was you saying?
what I was basically saying is low key as a content creator, bro, you can go down Bow Wow's list and just name his content. That alone makes him a legend. You know what I'm saying? That's just like with the crazy ass motherfucker Orlando Jones or whatever his name is. That motherfucker, he's ultimately a childhood legend. You know what I'm saying? He has did no great work as you know what I'm saying? But they deserve their status. I mean, if they work for it.
I'm,
You know what I'm saying? You might not ultimately agree with their work over time. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is what it is. I
I'm
mean, he's definitely a legend in the game, bro.
but let me
Man,
say
that
this,
went
John.
platinum.
But let me say this, John, and I feel everything you're saying. But everybody's perspective, naturally, of the word legend is completely different. Some people will agree on this; they'll have the same perspectives, but for the most part, everybody's perspective on what the word legend means and legendary status is different. Because honestly, I look at it like this: I don't even know if Bow Wow wrote all those songs he rapped or whatever. As
Jermaine,
far as I know, yeah, as far as I know, Jermaine Dupri wrote them. I know Bow Wow didn't make the beats. So I'm looking at it like, okay, you was just a nigga that sang somebody else's songs and rapped over somebody else's beats.
get all this.
I don't care. At that point, the number's gonna do what they're gonna do. You had the record label behind you. Even a whack nigga, even if a whack nigga got connections and a record label behind them, what you see today, they all over the radio. Does that make them a legend because they got numbers? Hell nah. So so my perspective of a legend is you write, if nothing else, you write your own shit. You know what I'm saying? And you change. And let me just say this. And you redefine the game. So kind of like how Allen Iverson came in and he came in with tattoos and he had the crossover. Everybody wanted to be like Allen Iverson. So that's how I look at a legend. You change the game. It's not just about numbers. It's about impact. That's how I look at a legend.
Wait. Can I say something real quick? Can you hear me, Lo?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Oh, wait, real quick, John. Wait, let me say this. Cause I get what you saying, Lo, but let's go off what shit really means. A legend, by definition, a traditional story, sometimes popularly regarded as historical but unauthenticated. Now let's break that down real quick. Unauthenticated, not proven or validated. So if we gonna sit up here and say, okay, my standards of a legend is this, right? Say if we say Biggie or Tupac, right? Oh, he a legend because he did this. He a legend because he sold so many records, right? We trying to go off certain facts that we can pull from. But if you mean to tell me that everybody who we say is a legend we can pull facts that makes them validated, then that means anybody can be a legend. If Juice World, right? If people say he a legend, but listen. If people say young people say Juice World is a legend, or they say XX Tentacion is a legend, right? We'll be like, nah, he ain't a legend. That's because we saying it because we don't know about him. But we can't discount what other people feel because there's a lot of people that don't feel Pac is a legend. There's a lot of people that don't feel Biggie is a legend. It don't matter because think about it. A lot of white people don't know Pac and Big like that. But Pac, you can go around the world and see Tupac murals in Cuba, Puerto Rico, and all that stuff. But you don't see that for Biggie. But am I gonna say Biggie not a legend because Pac is more known than Biggie? No, I'm not gonna say that because we had like you remember low key when I did my video, I said that you got street legends, but in the mainstream, in the mainstream, they're not gonna say that Pappy Mason is a legend. They're not gonna say Larry Davis is a legend. They're not gonna say Huey P. Newton is a legend. They're not gonna say Bobby Seale is a legend. They're not gonna say Malcolm X is a legend. He's infamous. You get what I'm saying?
Respectfully, we using that word in general. Like I say, these people was legends in their own field. You understand?
No, wait, John. John. I gotta cut you off real quick. You can keep going, but real quick, that's what I'm saying. You saying the same thing on what I'm saying. What I'm saying, respectfully, in their own lane, let them be legends. Just because you didn't know about them, don't mean they're not a legend. You get what I'm saying? Even if you didn't know about Pappy Mason, Pappy Mason was a legend to somebody else. Nicky Barnes was a legend to somebody else. So we can't say, oh, he ain't a legend because he ain't a legend to me. You get what I'm saying?
But see, that's what I said, JTL. It's all perspective. It's all perspective.
I get exactly what you're saying. And what you saying is you ultimately saying that Wack 100 was absolutely correct in what he was saying. Now, I don't agree with what Wack 100 was saying, and a lot of people else don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, on how he feel. But that's Wack 100. That nigga got a name called Wack 100. So I mean, ultimately, he could never get no respect from me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I saw it. I saw it, but I didn't see it. But I do respect people for being in their own lanes. Like, look at Bow Wow. Like I say, he was one of the first niggas who went platinum with the motherfucking movies, being #1 in the box office. We talking about, you know what I'm saying? These people done did their own shit in their own fields. Even if you just had a single and it was #1 for 3 weeks, you know what I'm saying? You a legend for that. Like you ultimately did what everybody wanted to do. You got in the game, you did your motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And I respect.
All right, he's still here since he was 6 fucking years old. 27 years later, this young nigga is still here.
And he getting
How can
slapped up by all types of bitches. Bow Wow.
I mean, only reason why we do that because he's not current in the game, bro. I mean, let's be real about it. He ain't spitting no fire bars or nothing like that. But he is a public figure. I mean, this is stuff we gotta get. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get this shit here separated. We gotta get our Facebook and Instagram separated from our goddamn rap music. Because the simple fact these motherfuckers mixing it in, that's just like I was talking about earlier today with a nigga named Go Yayo. Like I ultimately ain't know who the fuck a Go Yayo was. I knew more of his Instagram than I knew who the fuck he was. But then
Right.
I finally found a song and the nigga was riding. I'm like, all right, we gotta stop doing this. Like we gotta separate what you know what I'm saying? We gotta separate our business ventures because it's ultimately like oil and vinegar. But the bad thing about it is the oil and the vinegar is it's starting to try to mix and it's looking real ugly. You
Let
know what I'm
me let
saying? You
me
can't tell who from who. Everybody doing the same fucking thing.
let me pass it to
Yeah,
the
yeah, real,
real.
real quick,
Oh shit.
real quick, Loki, real quick. Give me 10 seconds. This is the other thing, John. The only thing I disagree with Wack on, like, because I agree with you. If he's saying for him, he's not. That's fine. But the only problem I have with him is like he's trying to say he don't agree with other people as far as they shouldn't be saying it, and it's like, wait, hold on, bro. You can say you don't feel that way, but why you saying why you telling other people that he's not a legend? Just like John said with Bow Wow. Okay, I'm able to be open minded. I can see why, like, if at first I didn't like, but not like him. But I still can respectfully see why people fuck with J. Cole. It's like, yo, he doing something that niggas don't regularly do nowadays. So even if Wack feel that way, just say I don't feel that way. Leave it at that. But no, I don't know why other people feel that way. And it's like, bro, hold on, what? Let people feel
My
the
whole
fuck
thing,
that way they feel.
my whole thing is if a nigga checking for what Whack 100 got to say, a nigga is whack. Straight up.
Yeah.
That
Nah,
nigga whack,
One.
bruh. That's some whack shit. Why would I be worried about what other people is thinking and trying to tell
Yeah.
them what to think? That's whack.
let
Dog, I'm
me.
pretty
I'm
sure this is
guessing
Oh shit! Let the queen
that's
hop
Whack
in here.
whack,
100.
bro.
Let the queen hop up in
Sorry,
here.
go ahead, mama. Yeah.
Whack 100 probably got some beef or didn't like Nipsey Hussle or something because at the end of the day, it's like, why you even care? Like me, I don't care. I don't care if you're a legend or not. I don't care enough to speak on it. So the fact that he is going as hard and being as vocal leads me to believe that he didn't like the dude for whatever reason. Ain't they all from LA or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah, so
A
it's
lot of these.
probably some underlying issues there with which is why he feel the need to be so vocal about that he's not a legend.
Let me hop up in
Probably a
here.
little bit of
Mm.
jealousy mixed in too.
Let me hop up in here, family. I want to pose this question to the Queen Taida and also the King EJ. Just real quick, Taida and EJ, what are y'all definitions of legend? And also, is a legend the same thing as an icon? Shout out B Williams in the chat. Go ahead. Whichever one of y'all want to go first, EJ or B or the Queen.
I think
I
that people usually use legend and icon interchangeably. And I think it's what you said that people usually think about the impact they made on whatever it was that they did. So whether they was an author, whether they was a musician, whether they was a comedian, I think it's about the impact. And that's what people usually refer to as legend or icon. Um, Me personally, I ain't got no legends or no icons. So I I could care less. I
What the
don't
fuck?
idolize people. I just don't. I don't idolize people. I'm against role models. I don't think people should have role models. That's just me. Nobody else has to agree. But I do think that people use the two words interchangeably. And I think it's usually about the impact that they had on, whatever industry they were in.
Yeah. Hop up in there, EJ. What's your definition of a legend? Do you feel like it's the same thing as an icon?
I think it's definitely the same as an icon because a lot of these, artists that actually been in the game for a long time, that actually been doing something, has actually put an impact out in like the industry of any type of genre of music or anything between sports, newscasting or et cetera, et cetera. I see it as a definition that only a certain amount of people can have. I see it as, somebody actually had to do something like in this world, whatever they've been doing to actually get that title. Because a lot of these people these days just be calling people legends, knowing they ain't never did nothing a day in their life in like music or even at their job. You might have been there for 30 years just sliding by, but you ain't never put a impact. You ain't never made an impact on your job. I can see you going to work every day. Yeah, you doing it for the check though, but like when I go to work, I just provide a service for these students because some of these students like really be helping me out when I be going through like problems and stuff at work and stuff. So I just think a legend as a definition as an icon is the same, but a lot of these motherfuckers just be getting like both of them mixed up together because a lot of these dudes don't know the understanding of it.
Why you ask me, low key, what a icon versus legend is, man?
I mean,
What my opinion?
you
What
know,
my opinion?
Yeah, the horse.
John, because you gonna say Tupac, and then I'm gonna get upset because Tupac be
Wait, check
wearing
this out. I'm
thongs
glad
and
you asked
shit,
that question.
man.
I'm glad you asked that question because guess what? I just looked it up, and I looked at icon. It's saying it's kind of the same thing as a legend because it also said you can look at as Hitler as a political icon. Ain't that crazy?
That motherfucker was crazy. Fuck him.
Wow.
Only the don't fuck with
But he
nobody.
was a legend to Germany back in those days. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah,
Hey,
like that's what
Vladimir
I'm
Putin
saying.
might be
It's
true to the Russians.
subjective.
It's all about perspective, and I did want to say this
It is.
because me and JTL, we had a conversation on one of his videos in the comment section, man. And like I said, my whole thing as I break down the whole legendary status into two sections or two categories, right? Your career and your personal life. I think if we're talking about Nipsey Hussle, I say in his career, based off his numbers and his impact when it comes to music, I don't consider him a legend because he didn't sell like Biggie, he didn't sell like Tupac, Nas, Jay-Z, he didn't sell like those guys. And also his impact, we really didn't feel his impact at all until he passed away. When he passed away, it was this grand funeral and all of this, and a lot of people were like, "Who is this guy?" Like a lot of people showed love and shit, but a lot of people were like, "Who is this guy?" Like nobody really knew who.
It kind of felt like a bandwagon type of thing,
Yeah,
if you ask
yeah.
me.
No
When
disrespect, but it
he
did feel
passed away, yeah, I don't mean no disrespect either, but that's what it felt like to me. Like everybody just jumped on the bandwagon all of a sudden.
right. But I will say, like I said, the other category is your personal life. Going back to what y'all saying, in Nipsey Hussle's personal life, where he was from, he made an impact not just physically but mentally. And I'm always about this. You have to make it has to be a mental change. You know what I'm saying? And whatever you want to do to help yourself or help others. And he had inspired a lot of people mentally to do what they supposed to do to put themselves in a situation to be successful. And that's legendary. So that's why I take a step back and I look at y'all. The world might not know a low key T, a EJ, a Taida, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to say Doggy 54, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucking John Horse, JTL. World might not know anybody in the fucking chat, but we here, we having a real nigga moment, you know what I'm saying? And I consider everybody on this panel, I consider you legends in your personal life because we're speaking about things that we're not allowed necessarily to speak. Like society doesn't want what we're talking about to be a narrative. It doesn't want this narrative to exist. We're always being demonized for just telling the truth and being ourselves and being objective and being open-minded. So that's why I just put it in those two different categories. So I don't feel like Nipsey Hussle was a legend, necessarily as far as music, but in his personal life, what he did to change, the mentality in his neighborhood and anybody that comes upon what he was trying to do. Because when everybody heard about, Nipsey Hussle owned this whole shopping complex and he was doing this, that, and the third, people got inspired. And then and the main question was, well, why isn't Jay-Z doing what Nipsey did? Why isn't Drake, LeBron? So everybody started questioning, why isn't these other dudes that are bigger than Nipsey doing what he was doing? And that's special. That's important.
Yeah, and I want to say this real quick, because I feel you on that. But like I was saying, even though to a lot of people musically he may not be a legendary legend because he didn't sell a lot of his records, but this is the thing, like you just said, Lo, outside of music, Biggie wasn't a legend. You get what I'm saying? Like Biggie wasn't a legend outside of his music. There's nothing that he did or Redman did or Method Man or Jay-Z really did outside his music that make him a legend. It's all about what he did inside. So I'm glad you posed that question. Like, what's the difference between icon and it's all objective. Just like Mr. Aida said, it's the same thing. It's all objective. So I'm glad we having this conversation.
You ain't tied up, is it?
John Horse, the
He back
Illuminati
there
got
time
you.
somebody else. So they ain't got that crazy motherfucker. He'll be in St. Pete with me before
Nah,
they get him.
I'm here. I was just listening. I was just listening to everybody's perspective. You know what I'm saying? It was good perspectives on everything. But
Well, you gotta
I
wake up, John,
mean,
because we coming to you next, family.
nah. I'm telling you, I'm in
Jesus
listening mode.
Christ.
I'm listening to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just listening to everybody's opinions. I mean, I respectfully agree with a lot of what y'all saying. I mean, because we saying a lot of the same things. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean?
Oh shit, man, family, definitely. I respect everybody on the panel, man. Straight to a podcast, episode 16, a really show on the internet, man. John Horse, man. Let's hear it straight from the horse mouth. What you feel like talking about tonight, dog?
All right, I feel like talking about these motherfucking badass goddamn kids in New York goddamn city. Man, man, if I don't know if y'all done heard, man, but it was this gay couple. I didn't know they was gay, but I'm going ahead and put that out there. They was gay, and they had a trip to McDonald's or whatever. They came out of McDonald's. The kids, I guess they was bored or something, ain't have nothing to do. Went over there and beat the shit out these people for no goddamn reason. You know what I'm saying? And only come away with $1, but the man ended up losing his life. Now, of course, naturally, you would be like, "Damn, these kids, they fucked up and all this other stuff." But I'm looking at the kids' side, like, what the fuck? Like, they have no idea what they did. Like, what the fuck y'all done stepped into? Y'all killed somebody. And if you look at the camera footage, you just see them just walking on camera like it's a normal day and all that shit. But they don't not know the piles of shit they just stepped into. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no going back away. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no going away from it. My whole thing is, when are our kids gonna wake the fuck up and start seeing enough of this motherfucking content and wake up their own goddamn selves and realize that it's better things to motherfucking do than to hang out and do bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They just get some money. Cause I don't blame these motherfuckers goddamn parents. Cause respectfully, their parents was probably working 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? While they ass out there trying to find something to do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't ultimately blame the kids. I blame this motherfucking system, just like Taida said. Y'all take away the goddamn school programs. Y'all take away all this shit for kids to do. You know what I'm saying? You give them violent ass clubs that you ultimately shut down because they don't know how to conduct themselves in there. So now they just got the streets and hanging out and just doing stupid fucking shit. Somebody done fucking lost their life, and these kids, all 6 of them, done lost their life before they even fucking goddamn get it started, and they don't even know that. That shit ain't hit their head. This is the shit that's bothering me. You know what I'm saying? Because as individuals that call ourselves black people, we don't look at our own shit before we step in it.
I look at it as a real fucked up situation that a man had to lose his life over a fucking dollar. Like, really, come on now. A lot of these kids do understand the consequences and repercussions of their actions, but they think they'll get a slap on the ass by the judge and be like, "Oh, you killed the nigga. We just gonna let you go now, motherfucker. You gonna have to pay, man. You got kids all over the world that's way younger than me that'll kill you. You got child rebel soldiers in Africa that'll kill you with a fucking AK-47, let alone a kid in the United States of America that'll kill you with a Glock or something. A lot of these kids know better, but it's a mixture between the system and a mixture between the environments of their parents and their homes. They might be teaching them negative things instead of just teaching them positive things. It's a real fucked up situation that's happened like this because we've been seeing this shit all year going on with either these kids, these damn racist ass cops, or either these parents killing their wives and stuff. But I really don't feel sorry for these damn kids, man, because if you first of all, if you gonna kill somebody, don't do it on camera. You should know better. Whatever happened to motherfuckers moving in silence? This is what happened to these people these days. A lot of dudes that talking about they killers don't need to be broadcasting their stuff. What happened to just people just doing their business and going about their lives and shit? Nowadays,
But
these
this
dudes,
what I'm saying. their intentions wasn't to kill the man. You know what I'm saying? These kids' intentions was probably to at least just fuck him up. But these kids don't understand how much damage they did. This is what I'm saying.
I
Like
think
when you gonna stop thinking that everything that you do is small and it don't have consequences and repercussions behind it?
they knew. I think they knew better though, because even if you do bodily harm to that dude, they might have even charged them with possibly attempted murder, man. But they done killed that man. They knew what they was doing. And it come on, a dollar. If you gonna hit somebody, make sure you hit somebody that's fucking deserve it. You got George Zimmerman out here still alive, and you got all these folks out here talking about we'll kill this nigga, we'll kill that nigga. But the dudes that y'all need to be killing, the dudes that y'all need to be putting work on, these motherfuckers still alive.
You damn boy, you absolutely right, EJ. God damn.
I don't
Bomb.
know. I feel sorry for these kids because I know John said that a lot of times the parents at work working two jobs and stuff like that, and that is true in some cases. But I have a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old, and an 18-year-old, and these kids don't have no discipline. Like these parents nowadays, they just let their kids do whatever they want to do. Even like my 18-year-old, she the only one got a curfew out of all her friends, and this has been going on since she was like 16 years old. My 12-year-old. Now I don't allow my 12-year-old to wear makeup, but they have like grab bag gifts and stuff at school. One of her friends' parents bought her an eyeshadow palette and some makeup brushes. It's like, why are you buying this as a gift for a 12-year-old? So I had to tell my
Yeah,
daughter, like, you know that you might as well run that because you ain't finna wear no makeup. And I went through
them
this
pedal.
with my older daughter. It's like these kids do what they want to do. They don't have no curfews. They roam the streets all day with no discipline. And it's like, wow, people just really out here just letting kids do whatever they want to do.
You couldn't do that shit when I was a kid because we had curfews and shit. Cops would snatch your ass up and take you back to your house and shit. Cause you know if your parents find out you out at dark and shit, you get your ass whooped.
And you
Man,
know
these
what?
kids nowadays.
I want to jump in there real. I want to jump in there real quick, Mr. Aida. Keep doing your thing. Keep being a good parent. I try my best to be a good parent, especially you as a single mother, a single black mother. Keep doing your thing. And God willing, also when you get your book published, please send me something, a link, so I can support. I'm gonna buy your book, and I promise on everything. This is my thing right here. She got a point, and that's why I want to read a book with parents are trash in the village felt us too, because that's some real shit. What's going on, just like John Horse said what he said, I get what he's saying, but the problem is parents, we have to really, really go harder as parents. We have to. All these kids that's doing all this crazy, fucked up shit, and Mr. Aida being from Chicago, us being from Florida, you know what I'm saying, New Jersey, Georgia, wherever, it's not the fact that these people just out here and they raising themselves. They got parents. And the problem is a lot of parents, I can't do nothing with them. You making excuses. It's the parents. That's real shit. It is the fucking parents that's not being watchful. That's not this, that's not that. And I'm not saying there's a situation where you may have parents that may, you know what I'm saying, have physical and mental defaults. I'm not saying it's not that. But overall, it's the parents being weak as shit. Because y'all already know, I say this all the time. I work with kids. And every time a child do something wrong, it's the motherfucking parents that's running around acting like it's our fault. Wait, so you mean to tell me your child stole money from this other child, but it was our fault because we wasn't watching him? So we supposed to give a little leeway for them to grow up and mature. But you mean to fucking tell me you gonna blame it on us? No, motherfucker, we can blame it on you because a lot of times we try our best to deal with the parents. They don't realize that if they was on the other side, and I ain't gonna call no colors and no names out, but if you was on the other side doing the shit that you did, instead of them coming and talk to you like we do, they would call they call them folks on you. We over here trying to talk to you and help you, and you want to cuss us out. You want to get mad at us because you ain't doing your job as a motherfucking parent. You mean to tell me I'm a parent, I got a 16-year-old, my child is older than your kids, but you mean to tell me God bless me to be able to work harder to do what I need to do for my child. But you motherfuckers want to blame everybody else instead of doing what you're supposed to do for your child? Fuck all that. Oh, I be working on. Bitch, I got 2 jobs. I got 2 motherfucking jobs. I work 7 days a week. That's no fucking excuse. You work 3 days a week, and you mean to tell me your child is worse than mine? You ain't on your child ass? You mean to tell me kids is telling me that their parent is off the chain? But I got 2 jobs, and not only I'm able to be in my child's life with 2 jobs, working 7 days a week, and I work with other fucking kids that ain't mine. You mean to tell me you can't do it? Get the fuck out of here. Y'all is trash, and the village failed us because other motherfuckers don't care and they turn their back. That's some real shit.
They either can't do it or they don't want to, because a lot of these kids from other ethnicities, white people, can't take care of their fucking kids. You'll go in a regular store, you'll see. I'm telling the truth, man. They talk about black people's kids all the time, but they don't look at white people's kids. Hell, you look at these kids that's doing all these damn school shootings. Who doing all these school shootings? White people.
It ain't us.
Ain't no niggas doing these damn shootings.
Nah, but
Somebody's phone finna die. Better throw that charger on that bitch.
but check this out. Check this out. Hey, listen. How many of y'all had kids before y'all was, you know what I'm saying, actually 18? Had kids. I know respectfully low you'd haven't, but how many of y'all had kids before y'all was 18?
I was 17 when I was pregnant, but I had turned 18 by the time I had her.
All right. Well, this is what I'm
19.
All right. Well, this is what I'm getting at. Respectfully, we learn over time. You know what I'm saying? We learn how to cook. We learn how to, you know what I'm saying, do the basic necessities of how to watch a child and how to teach a child and all that stuff. But we never got that hands-on teaching of how to take a kid to baseball practice and all that other stuff. Now, I'm not making no excuses for any parent because there are parents out there that do make time to do that shit. But I'm talking about in general. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have so many examples. If we do, this is what I'm saying. We do have so many examples of kids fucking up and taking the wrong path or doing the wrong thing. When are these kids, because they watch so much TV and everything, when are they going to be in tune? This is what I'm asking. When are they going to be in tune and start really just like turning the tide and really just start not doing that fucked up ass shit? Like, it's just not cool. Like, that's not the shit to do. Let me go ahead and go to school. Like, I mean, because there's only so much as parents that all of us can do. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't want to be the one who will sit up there and play the blame game because nobody's fucking perfect. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is like, when are we going to start making awareness, you know what I'm saying, more of the motherfucking topic as far as everything that we do, as far as situations that we have to handle?
I think that on some real shit, not to cut nobody out, but real quick, I think that, like, this is what I'm saying. We can say the kids all we want, but if we talking about parents, right? You said people having kids before they turn 18. This is what we got to think about. Miss Aida said she was 17, I was 19. So even if it was before or after 18, we still under 20 and 21, right? So if we say the kids, we still have the blame to deal with when it comes as parents. We still have the blame to deal with, because if your kids out there acting a fool, we can get sued, not the children. So it does fall more on the parents, because think about, like, when they used to talk about gangster rap, hardcore hip hop, and all this shit back in the days, they was blaming the artists. But artists said some real shit. What about the parents? You mean to tell me I got a parental advisory sticker on my album, and then the 14-year-old, 12-year-old, 8-year-old is still getting a hold of my album? And when I make this music for 18 plus, that's not my fault. That's the parents' fault. So we got to keep it real. We got to get on these parents more so, like, yo, y'all need to spend more time with y'all children. I understand you got to work. Like I just said, I work 7 days a week. I got 2 jobs. But I make sure to check on my son every damn day. I make sure, like, hey, let's go hang out, let's go play ball, let's talk. I go to his best. I still make it. God bless me to still be able to go to at least 80% of his basketball games. So I understand parents can't do everything. I get that. I totally get that. But at the same time, when I'm tired, I still check on my son. I still see what he needs, how his school doing. I get alerts every day on my phone from his high school. Hey, we got this going on about your son. We got this. I'm talking to other people, like, how can he get into being able to go to college early and do college requisites before prerequisites. I'm sorry, before he gets to college. These are the things I'm talking to him about. These are the things I'm checking on, seeing where his mental issues is at. I'm talking about everything. I have to do this. And I'm not saying that we just blame it on parents and say, fuck y'all, but I am saying, yo, we do need to have this conversation with other parents. Like, yo, what are y'all doing? Because we can't put everything on children because if child get in trouble, they just gonna send them back home. So if their home environment is full, it don't matter what the fuck they go out there and do in the world. If we gonna send them back to the house that's enabling in the first place. My bad, Miss Toddy. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that it bothers me that society places so much blame on children. Like we expect children to have it all figured out. Everybody always want to say the parents can't do everything. The parents can't do this. Parents are not doing enough. That is a fact. I've witnessed this. I grew up through it. Parents are not preparing their children for the real world. And then when these children get out here and make a mistake, the parents get a pass. It's the parents can't do everything. They did the best they can, but then everybody wants to chop the kid's head off. Oh, this kid is this kid is that. It's like, how did this kid become like this? So and I, like I say, I see it. I know these kids are out here doing what they want to do. Not all kids have parents, and they are growing up in circumstances that are unconventional. And I don't understand why we expect children who don't know anything about life to have everything figured out, especially when a lot of us don't even have everything figured out. It's like we are wanting too much from kids and putting too much pressure on them when that pressure is supposed to be on us.
That's real. John Horse.
Love y'all. Got to go. I got to go.
You up out of here, John?
Yeah, man, but y'all did hit my topic, man. If y'all want to do spread more on it, my phone going dead. But y'all know to reach me at John Horse Channel, man. I'm gonna give you nothing but the truth. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all next week. But yeah, fire ass show. So I just want to shout y'all out for the phone go dead. Respect everybody on the panel. Y'all did y'all thing. Fire ass motherfuckers. But yeah, man, I appreciate everything. And y'all holla at me.
That's
Right,
real.
man, peace.
Love, bro.
Right.
That's real. Definitely triple salute to John Horse checking in, family.
Like
Um,
I had a topic with a good friend of mine. We've been knowing each other since childhood, and we was talking about this whole kid situation. And I, because she's another one that blames kids for everything and don't want to hold adults accountable. And then I was like, all adults around people just ignored the situation and nobody do nothing. And she made a good point. I was like, think about it. I posed the question like, you knew somebody who came to school that was dirty as shit, that was like beyond dirty, that you just know they was being neglected at home. I was like, I know people. She knew people too. And I was like, them teachers didn't report that shit. And she, my friend, she always trying to make excuses. She talking about, well, kids get dirty. No, motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about neglect dirty, where you know that these motherfuckers ain't being taken care of. Because I know a few kids who I grew up with and went to school with, and these kids got teased every day. I said, them teachers didn't report it. I said, nobody helps these kids. And then when these kids start acting out, it's like, oh, well, the kid is crazy. But nobody, everybody just ignores the obvious facts that's in front of them. Like, this kid coming to school filthy. He ain't never got a haircut. What's going on in his home life? No, nobody does it. And then she finally said, well, what's the alternative? Maybe nobody does anything or reports it because they figure, what's the alternative? Like, okay, we report these parents and then these kids get removed from this home and then they put in a worse situation. And I was like, it's sad that, we live in times where it's like, oh, well, these kids is being neglected, but, what can we do?
I agree with you 100%, Taida, about that. When I was going to school, if I had a problem, my teachers would, like talk to my parents and stuff. And that's what I miss about school, like when you used to go like the elementary school and stuff. Certain teachers actually cared about you in throughout middle school. Then I had a certain amount of teachers that cared about me in high school. But once I got out of high school and like the school system started changing, because I graduated in like 2012, a lot of these teachers don't care. They just want to get a check and stuff. So like you could just say this as an example. Like when my mom was going to school, if you had like a situation going on in like class or in the school, you used to have like meetings and stuff. You used to bring all the parents together and shit. A lot of these motherfuckers don't do that. Some of these parents do care about their kids, but these school systems don't. They just want to get money for the government and just keep their pockets fat and stuff. You have to go up there with your kid, cuss these folks out. Like if something happened at the school, then you have to cuss them out and make them do their damn job like they ain't supposed to do it. And that's what be getting me real messed up about the school system. Sometimes it's not the kid's fault, and sometimes it's not the parents' fault. Sometimes it's these school systems' fault though, but everybody plays a role in the situation when it comes to these kids.
Yeah, and I think I get what you're saying because sometimes, like for my son, for example, 1 year, he was missing like 30 something assignments, and we ain't know. And then the teacher waited to the weekend before grades and told him, "Well, if you just do five of these over the weekend, I'll give you credit." And then he came home and didn't do them. And then on report card day, this is when she tells us about this. And I'm like, why would you wait till he's missing 30 something assignments and then try to cut a deal with a kid that already didn't do 30 assignments instead of reaching out to the parents? And
They
so
should have called you.
exactly. You should have called me when he was at the five assignment mark or the three assignment. Like, why would you let it get this bad? Don't do that. And so now we have to give disclaimers to the teachers. The first time they do something, let me know that day so I can nip it in the bud. Don't try to cut no deals. Don't try to negotiate. If I don't know, I can't correct the behavior, and you trying to negotiate with a kid ain't gonna work.
You can't negotiate with no kid. You have to set your mind in point blatantly. Like I'm the teacher, you the student. It's my job to teach you. It's my job to do the assignments. Don't wait till the last minute for the kid to be way back in his assignments. Then the call you should have called them the first situation. And I think some of these teachers be slick. They be doing that. They be doing this to certain students and stuff, and they might show a lot of good to certain students, then they might show a lot of bad to a lot of students that's actually doing the work, but they just ain't giving them the help or prestige that they need and earn and stuff. But a lot of these teachers in these school systems ain't really qualified to teach students. They might have had a degree or got like certifications and stuff, but some of these teachers don't need to be teaching these students.
That's real. JTL, did you want to piggyback off of this before I get into my topic? Before we get up out of here?
Yeah, real quick, sister. I want to meet somebody working with kids and then with parents and schools for the last 15 years. I'm gonna tell you another thing and reason why teachers do this. Eric said something that is very valid. You got a lot of teachers that just want to get a paycheck, and another thing is the school board has it to where a lot of these teachers don't get fired regardless of what they do. You know what I'm saying? As long as they don't put their hands on a child and certain things, but they can fuck up and be fallible when it comes to school, like policies and actually making sure the parents know certain things that they know. And then I'm gonna tell you another thing when it comes to a lot of now this is where it's fucked up. Like I told you, it's certain parents that I would talk to versus reporting them first, only because I'm trying to let them know, like, hey, listen, this is what's, especially when in a community that I'm working in. Like, listen, this is what's up against you. You need to try to do this and try to do that. So if a teacher or a after school program person or whatever that works for after school program don't try to holler at the parents, then you a piece of shit for real. So if you got them that don't say nothing, at least say nothing to the parents. I always been a person that says something to the parents like, hey, hold up, we got this going on tonight. And I didn't have mothers tell me, man, yeah, I know Mr. Jared, but that's my first name. I know Mr. Jared. But I got a date tonight. I'm like, wait, hold on. So you gonna put this new
They,
dude
they,
above your child?
they don't want to be
Huh?
in their kids' life. They want to go to the strip club and get some dollars thrown on them.
See, this is what I'm saying. The parent wanted to go on a date, and I stepped to her. I said, listen, so you gonna put this new dude above your child? Really? And then they was like, they put their head down, like, yeah, you right. I'm sorry. I'm coming. I'm coming right now. You know what I'm saying? So if you really care about a student, you gonna step to the parent, even if they don't like it. And I stepped to parents, and when it was above my pay grade, I ain't had no supervisor position and running the programs and stuff that I worked for. But I still took a chance because I'm like, listen, I would want somebody to do this for my child. If God forbid my child is slipping, I would want you to step to me and say, hey, Mr. Jared, so your little junior, he's slipping. Let's do something about that. But that shows you if they care or not. If they don't step to you as a parent before they call the authorities on you, they don't have to always call the authorities first. They can step to the parents. Now, if a child come in school busted and disgusted, and you don't say nothing to the parent, and you call on them, you fucked up. Step to the parent first because the parent might be doing the best they can. They might have not had no money to get a haircut, new shoes, and wash their clothes. You know what I'm saying? You never know, and you could get them assistant programs that'll help them because they do have them. But if you don't at least step to the parent first, and then you don't do nothing, you just as fucked up as the person that called the folks on them parents.
Right?
That's real. Now, family, I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. I'm gonna make my topic of the night real brief. Now, I'm gonna put this topic on the table, man, because I trust y'all, man. I fuck with y'all to give me the right answers, to give me the right advice. So I'll pose this question for the kings and queen on the panel. I also pose this question for the kings and queens in the live chat. Now, my personal life this week, I've been surrounded by a lot of death. I'll say a lot of talk of death, right? And the question I want to put on the table is some people that, they've been reaching out to me that I'm gonna just keep it a Billy. Niggas don't want to live no more. Okay, it's a combination of a lot of things going on out here, and a couple people in my personal life. They hit me up and they just told me straight up they don't want to live no more. Okay, low key T been there, did that. I held my hand through my own fire, through my own situations, right? But the question I want to put on the table is if we talking about, you know, suicide, the question I want to ask the kings and queen on the panel and the kings and queens in the live chat and everybody on the replay, hop up in the comment section. The question I want to ask is um to commit suicide, would you be a strong person because you're fearless to take your own life, or would you be a weak person to commit suicide because you don't want to see it through. You're not strong enough to see how you feel. You're not strong enough to see these emotions through. Hop up in there. I want to know how you feel about that, JTL. You go first, man.
Uh, man, I'm gonna tell you like this because as a youth, when I was younger, I dealt with those feelings and emotions and not want to be on this planet. I thank God bless me to make it through. I got somebody similar in my life now that keeps talking like that. And the sad thing about it is what people don't realize is, and I try to tell them to keep living because you never know. Like I got a dude that's like a big brother to me. He a friend of my oldest brother, but he like a big brother to me. And we gotta realize something. You have to keep living because unless God preordains it for you, your time to expire, you may try to take your life, and then next thing you know, you still living. But then you got people out here who got all these like defects in their life and mental disabilities and physical disabilities that are happy people that want to work. You go to Walmart, you seen I ain't trying to make fun of nobody. You go to Walmart, you seen, hey, welcome to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? You be like, yeah, how you happy? You got like half an ear and a third of a leg, and
oh,
they
oh,
happy.
oh,
So you mean
shit.
to tell me that somebody who is functioning, a human function as a human, got both their limbs, I mean all four of them limbs, their mind capacity, everything, and you let certain shit get you down. Now, one of the people I'm talking about, they lost their mother a few years ago. It's really fucking with them now because they feel like everything else is crumbling down. And I tell them all the time, man, I'm praying for you. I love you and I'm praying for you. And they be like, man, I appreciate that. But every time I see them, they still talk down. And it hurt me because it's like I'm not trying to look down on them and judge them, but I'm like, my brother, you at this age, you're a grown man, right? I was feeling like this, and I had my mother in my life, and I had my pops in my life, and my grandparents. But I felt suicidal at 12, 13, 14, 15, like for years. I didn't think I would live to see 18. I didn't think I'd live to see 21, 25, and 30. So I got to look back and be thankful that I'm still here. And I'm not trying to make it seem like it's easier because it's easier said than done. But all I'm saying is, unfortunately, for those people that feel that, they don't realize they're going through a stage of depression. And if they spiritual, it's the devil fucking with your mind. And what we gotta realize, like my homie said, you gotta keep living because it's somebody who loves you and appreciates you, and you not thinking about them, you just thinking about yourself. So all we can do is pray for those people and try to keep encouraging them because I tell my partner all the time. I said, my brother, you just gotta make it through it. I said, I had to make it through it. I had to make it through it because that is a weakness. That is the devil trying to trick you. Like it'll be better if you dead and gone. How you know that? How you know if you kill yourself that you gonna go to a better place? If hell, excuse me, if hell is true, what makes you think you gonna go to a better place where you gonna burn for eternity or you gonna be tortured for eternity? What makes you think that it's gonna be better if you kill yourself? You don't know what's in the afterlife. Like Sam Cooke said on Change is Gonna Come. I don't know what's up there in the sky. You don't know. So for somebody who dealt with depression and suicidal thoughts, I can speak on this honestly. Because if God bless me to make it through, we can make it through. But I can tell everybody else that is some weak shit, and that's the devil trying to fuck with you. Because that is not only a weak person would think I'm gonna go ahead and kill myself, and that'll make it better. So we gotta pray for him and try to walk with him, but at the same time, just keeping it real. If you believe in God, you know better than that shit.
That's real shit, man. I think your words, with that, somebody heard your words right there, man. I think that will help somebody out a lot. Taida, hop up in here, and then we're gonna go to EJ.
So I definitely have a lot to say on this topic because I battled with depression for shit over 2 decades. I'm 37 now, and I didn't come out of my depressive state until about maybe 3 years ago. I want to say, and um, so I took pills for the first time when I was like 16. Um, I took pills again in my 20s, in my late 20s, and then I was thinking about drowning myself in my early 30s because the pills didn't work the first 2 times. So I said, fuck that shit. I got to try
Wow.
something
So
else.
you were taking the pills to try to overdose.
Yes. So
Mm.
um, I started wishing I was dead, I want to say around the age of 13, maybe 12. 12, 13 ish. My grandmother died when I was 9. And when she died, I moved in with one of her fucked up kids. And those living situations was completely different. And it just fucked up my life. And so at about the age of 11 or 12, I started having behavior issues, wishing I was dead. And those wishes just followed me like for life. It's like this is, I talk about this shit in my book, so I don't want to go into too much detail, but it was like when you don't have family and you feel like nobody loves you and you're trying to get ahead, but nothing you do works. I don't know. It was just rough. And I want to say my entire 20, maybe from about 20 to about 23, I cried myself to sleep every single night. And I was like, God, please don't wake me up in the morning. And then every day I woke up again, like, fuck, I gotta do this shit again. I try that shit again tonight. I mean, it was bad. I thought about turning into a crackhead. It was like all kind of shit. I was just wanting to do anything to just not be here anymore. And not understanding why my life is the way it is, and not understanding why people who supposed to love me don't love me. And so I'm not gonna say that people that want to commit suicide is weak, nor am I gonna say they're strong. What I will say is you just want to end the pain. Like I just wanted the pain to end. I didn't want to hurt. But then where I fucked up is I had a kid. And so I was torn between killing myself and staying here for my kid because I was like, if I kill myself, then she gonna grow up fucked up like I did because ain't nobody to take her. And so I was just in constant conflict with myself. And so I was, in the psych ward a few times, three to be exact. Um, you know what?
Damn, tight. Respectfully.
Hey,
Because
hey,
when you take
you
pills,
made it out though.
that's what they do. They lock you in the psych ward.
Wow.
Um, so the first time I was like 16, 17, they locked me in the psych ward then, and then in my 20s I got put in the psych ward. And then when I thought about drowning myself, it was like, I don't know, it was just voices in my head, like, because I can't swim. And I'm surrounded by water. And it was like, fuck it, just go jump in the ocean. And they was like, it was just powerful, just overpowering me, telling me to go jump in the fucking ocean. And so I was trying to fight off the voices, and I called my psychiatrist, and he was like, just come see me. But I didn't want to go fucking see him because I knew if I went to see him, he was gonna fucking lock me in the psych ward again. And I just was like, fuck it. Either I'm gonna go drown myself or I'm gonna go talk to him. And so I got in my car. I don't know. It was just like voices, like, go drown yourself, go drown yourself. I'm not fucking crazy, y'all. So I know what y'all thinking. But anyway,
Hey,
but
why you think about? I don't
so
want you to come pull up on me.
it's a tough place. It's tough. And you don't see no way out, because that's what my situation was. Like, I didn't see no way out. Like, from a kid, it's just always been fucked up, and then I'm just not happy with my life, and then I got these kids, and it's just like, it's never getting better. Like, people, I don't want to say it, I dealt with my stuff by myself because I didn't have nobody I can go to. I didn't have nobody I can talk to. People that know me on a regular basis would have never known that I was battling these demons, but I was. The only people I would tell is, if I was in a relationship with somebody. So, my husband or whoever, they knew this stuff, but the outside world did. Because, I went to work every day, smiled every day, like nothing was wrong. But on the inside, I just didn't want to be here no more. And you don't think about what's to come after you kill yourself. You don't think about heaven and hell. At least I didn't. I didn't think about none of that stuff. I didn't care. My whole mindset is whatever is waiting for me when I'm no longer here, it can't be as bad as what I'm going through right now. But what got me in a positive space, I just had to accept my life for what it was. I can't change the shit. And I'm not hurting nobody but me by spending all of my life hating fucking life. I'm suffering. My kids is fucking suffering. So I had to get to a headspace to where it's like, okay, the shit that you can change, you do something about that shit. This family shit, you ain't got no control over that shit. These motherfuckers is living life and you sitting here suffering. When are you gonna live life? And so I just, like, sometimes it's just tough decisions you have to make, and it takes some people longer than others. And unfortunately, some people never get to the point where I got to, because they do take their life or they do dumb shit and end up in jail or make bad decisions. I had to accept that my situation was what it was, set goals, figure out myself, figure out what I like, what I don't like, and just go from there. I think a lot of times we stay in depressed states is because we look for others to make us happy. And if you are looking for outside sources to make you happy, you will never be happy. you're gonna go do a bunch of dumb shit and make a bunch of bad decisions that's gonna fuck your life up even worse. So what you have to do is learn to love yourself, learn to care about yourself and accept your situation for what it is, and just figure out a way to live with it. And that's ultimately what I had to do about 3 years ago when I came to my senses. And I'm talking about I done been on every medication in the book. You name it. Just doing anything I can to just not be depressed and not wishing, not want to live. So it's like it's nothing you can say to somebody, because you can say, "Oh, don't give up," or "Oh, you weak if you do this, you weak if you do that." I mean, it's really nothing you can say. That person is gonna have to make a decision within
Mm.
themselves. They gonna, and sometimes it's hard. Like, what's holding you back? What's keeping you in this place? And whatever the fuck it is, no matter whatever it is, you gotta let that shit go. I don't care if it's your mama. I don't care if it's your daddy, if it's whoever. If this shit is fucking with you to the point where you don't want to live, you gotta let that shit go.
Mm.
Because you not doing nothing but hurting yourself. And so
Now,
that's what I had to do. I had to come to that realization, like, fuck that motherfucking family. Fuck all them fuckers. See, I've been spending my whole life trying to please them and trying to make them love me to the point where I don't even love myself. So I had to work on loving myself. And once I accepted my circumstances, am I in where I want to be? No. But that's why you set goals, and that's why you learn who you are and know about yourself and not put yourself in predicaments that you know is going to jeopardize your mental health.
that's real. I want to pass it to
Mm.
the best DJ on
Mm.
YouTube, Eric Johnson. You already know JTL. I was dropping bombs. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I want to pass it to Eric Johnson, man, to wrap up the show. Definitely want to know your opinion on and your perspective on suicide, but I also wanted to ask you, a lot of people go through what Taida, went through. They bounce back from feeling, from those suicidal thoughts, man, like a Biggie song. They bounce back and they love themselves, but they might go through a relapse, or they might, start to feel those feelings again once a person starts to love themselves and they feel like, they're out of that um, emotional state. But then they'll go out into the world and try to find somebody that they can be in a relationship with, and they just can't seem to find anybody that matches them, matches their vibration, their energy. Do you feel like
Can I
Eric
inter-
Johnson?
Oscar, can I interrupt? You just made me think of something.
Oh
I said
shit.
that's one of the biggest problems, that people be seeking love. They be seeking companionship or seeking something in somebody else. And it's like, if you can't love yourself and you can't make yourself happy, ain't nobody in this world gonna make you happy. You gotta learn how to make yourself happy first. You can't put that burden on somebody else. That, like, how you gonna put this burden on somebody else to make you happy and to love you when you don't even love yourself?
That's a
So
that's a
that
fact.
that's why we gotta stop seeking external shit. Like, I thought, because I didn't know my mother until I turned 21, until I found her. I had never even seen a picture of her. And I thought, oh, I got to go find my mother to be happy. And I went and found my mother, and that didn't make me happy. My life was still fucked up. So I think that's the problem. Like, you can't put that burden on somebody else. You got to look yourself in the mirror and love yourself. And then everything else will fall into place.
That's real. Now, EJ, did you want to piggyback off of what Taida just said? And also, I want to know your thoughts, man. As far as suicide, do you personally feel like it's a weak move, or do you feel like it takes a strong person to take their own life?
It's definitely not a weak move because a lot of people be going through, like certain situations because the way the world is today, everybody should be fucking depressed. Only a certain amount of people are not gonna be a certain amount of people are not gonna be like depressed, but you got a high percentage of people in like different areas around the world from different communities that's always going through depression. But you do also have a lot of people that can help them with their depression. But sometimes you might need to handle it on your own situation because you might bring up negative energy around you that'll make your depression just go like haywire and stuff. So you basically might want to just handle it by yourself. And with the suicide situation you was talking about, I I really don't want to see nobody kill themselves though. But I rather than try to get some help or like go somewhere that they can like really you know go get it situated because that person can like actually change the world in a positive way instead of a negative way by killing themselves. But I don't see it as a weak move. I just see it as a point of no return when it comes to like trying to take your own life. Because you might got family members and stuff that's been through the same situation and they had to go through, trials and tribulations by themselves and they didn't have nobody to help them with. So they might have had to, handle their situation by themselves instead of just getting help from somebody.
That's real. I definitely appreciate your perspective. Apparently, we didn't ran King Welfare, aka Booby Hill, off. He said the topic's too dark for me. I'm gonna go watch some old KFC commercials, whatever that means.
Oh shit.
It's
Hey,
final
but real quick, Lo, let me jump in there and say this real quick. Mr. Aida, I feel what you saying because I'm gonna tell you some real shit out of me and besides the brother I seen that I know, you know what I'm saying, for years. I didn't know this until later on when his mother passed. But throughout my years, majority of the people I've ever known that talked about suicide and tried to commit suicide was sisters. So we got to actually deal with that too because there's a lot of sisters out here that really try. I'm not saying there's not black men out here that don't try, but what I'm saying is what I've noticed. Only black women are very open, and I'm the only me and the other brother I'm talking about. He older than me, but I'm the only brother I know that had felt that way because I remember I had a conversation with somebody close to me, and they said they feel that was weak, but they was saying at the same time, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather let somebody else take me out. And I'm like, bro, that's still suicidal though. Whether you try to do it or you try to get somebody else to do it, you asking them to end your pain. And that is something very important that we need to deal with in the black community. No offense to gay people, but at the same time, they're not the only ones that deal with that. Everybody in the black community is dealing with post-traumatic stress syndrome. Everybody is dealing with that shit. And I'm so glad, low key, that you brought this conversation up because this is a very strong topic. And I'm glad we ending
Oh shit.
the conversation on shit because we don't talk about this enough. I don't care for Charlemagne no more, but at least he wrote a book about it and he talks about it a lot. And we got to try our best to appreciate our people for doing the best that they can. We straighten them out when we see them. We can have a private conversation with them because not every time we call them out in front of everybody is going to work. A lot of times we need to have these conversations. So, Mr. Aida, I'm sorry that you went through that, and I pray for you, sister. That God bless you to keep being strong. Just like I pray for the brother that I know, and I pray for myself because I still try to fight for that, and I thank God I'm stronger now. But that shit is no joke, and it'll fuck with you until the day you die.
And people gotta stop
Definitely.
being scared. Like a lot of people don't tell their feelings because they know somebody gonna have something negative to say. Or man, you gotta fuck all that because at the end of the day, you, if you don't talk about it, if you don't get it out, if you don't work through it, ultimately you're gonna do some dumb shit. And so, it's
You ain't
and
lying.
and it's hard for a lot of people because it's the level of accountability you got to take with yourself as well once you do start to get help, and you got to take accountability for your shit and own up to your shit and do better, and that's the part that keeps a lot of people down, owning up to their shit and doing better. And so I don't know. It was rough for me. I don't call anybody weak that has committed suicide because I know I've been there. Hell, the first time I took the pills, um, I passed out. I woke up in the hospital with tubes and black shit being poured down my throat. So, you know, that could have been it for me, but it wasn't. But, and I think the
You meant to
whole
be here. That's why.
yeah, I think the whole
Yeah,
don't give up, stay strong, that's easier said than done. It's hard. And I know it's hard. and I getting over that fuck shit, all that abuse, all the trauma, just growing up in an inner city alone. And then when you got to grow up in an inner city with a fucked up family too, it's even worse. And I know it's hard, but whoever, if they could just find the strength, stop being scared to talk to people, because I've been to counseling for years. Shit, I probably gonna sign back up soon. It's like growth is something that's continuous. And you said that you may think you're out of that state and then you get back in it. That is true. It's
Mhm.
like an addict. Once an addict, they say always an addict,
Real
because
shit.
every day is a new day. So what I've learned is what works for me is when this is why you got to figure yourself out and learn yourself, because when you find yourself falling back into this state, you have to have strategies in place to be able to get you out of it. You have to know what you like. You have to uh have coping methods. Like, I know when I'm falling back into the state, I know to go back to counseling. I got things, I read, I do a lot of stuff that I know will lift my spirits. You have to find out what lifts your spirits when you catch yourself going back into that state. Any addict could tell you, any alcoholic, they don't just stop drinking and then not ever get the urge to drink again. It's an ongoing battle. And
Mm.
that's why you just gotta cope. You gotta fight through it. And once you let a lot of the fuck people go, because oftentimes it's our situations and the shit we put ourselves in. It, Once you start making better decisions and realize the people that don't mean you no good, and when you let them people go, you gonna be like 1,000% better off top. And then what you can't do is every time something new happens. So say I lose my job and now I'm fucked up. I can't take this current situation and use that to bring back all of the old shit. Like, my life always been fucked up. Like, you can't do that. You cannot do that. That will
Right.
get you will get sent to the straight jacket. So when you do that, you can't do that. Once you let that old shit go, you gotta fucking let it go. And then you gotta take the new shit and deal with it as it comes, and not tie that into the old shit, because you just gonna fuck yourself up.
Let me
Mhm.
let me hop up in here. I was a beautiful soliloquy, Taida W. Let me drop a
Oh,
bomb on
big words. Big
that.
words. Words
um,
being used right now in the dictionary.
hold on, man. Stop flexing on me, JTF.
I know you. No, you flames. You just
But
showed me you
that's
working out
for.
all summer. Now you look like Suge Knight with a six pack.
Hold on. Yo, what? Hold on. That's from
You don't see
that's from that
with
meta.
swole.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. JTL, I don't know if you got a Metro PC yet. What's going on with your phone tonight, brother? Normally your shit is
Nigga been
on
sound
point.
like the whole time. Transformers on them.
Nigga sound like Bumblebee the whole episode. God damn.
That nigga transforming.
Sorry, man.
Good
Now,
man.
Sorry,
on a
y'all. My
on a
bad. Don't
lighter
apologize to
note,
me.
family, my Christmas was amazing. LeBron James got his ass beat. Kawhi Leonard is the greatest basketball player on the planet right now. I'm happy than a motherfucker. There's a bomb.
I know you.
I'm happy than a motherfucker. Now, we're gonna slide up out of here, family. We almost at the 3 hour mark. I appreciate all the kings and queens in the live chat, man. The familiar faces, and they listen, man. Let me drop a bomb for the chat because they've been rocking with us since we went live, man. For the last 3 hours, man. Shout out the live chat, man. The realest motherfuckers on the internet, man. I don't know what else to say. Closing out the show, man, I do want to pass it to the two kings and the queen on the panel. JTL, what's your New Year's resolution and what kind of content can the people expect from you, brother?
All right, let me make sure I'm clear. You can hear me, right? Ah, and I'm
Shit.
outside. Can you hear me now?
Sound a little bit better. Go ahead.
Ah, good. My content and New Year's resolution is the same thing I try to do all year, whether it's a New Year or not, God willing. I pray to keep working because my thing is getting resources and helping in the community, helping the youth, and helping people like y'all. I thank God for knowing people like y'all. Bless y'all, all of y'all. Keep trying to do what y'all do. Put good messages out there, good spirits out there. I wish John Horse was on here so I could say the same thing to him because I love the brother and I see the potential in him. I don't want him to give up. So hopefully he can catch this later and hear us. Don't give up, brother. Regardless of what you're going through, what you feel, I feel the same way. I'm a Florida dude. I know how we relate, but don't give up, and God willing, trying to get, keep my health straight. You know what I'm saying? Praying that, I'll be smart about things and doing business and, podcast things. I got some new things coming soon. I'm gonna switch some shit up. And hopefully, I keep y'all spectating, y'all watching and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up for me.
That's right, man. Shout out JTL, aka Op from the Norm, man. Definitely subscribe to his channel. Put some respect on that man name. We're gonna pass it over to EJ, man, aka the best DJ on YouTube. Oh shit, the Dos Equis is kicking in. The best DJ on YouTube, EJ. What's your New Year's resolution? EJ, respectfully, is you gonna complete it? Keep it a Billy.
Man, I'm gonna definitely complete it. I got a couple New Year's resolutions. Number one, I really want to, get my channel to 100 subscribers, but by the end of next year, I want it to at least have 200 subscribers. Cause I was trying to, I'm at least trying to get to the road to 1,000 subscribers. Cause I was trying to live stream, but YouTube and I said, no, nigga, you gotta have 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, God damn, you just fucked me up in the game.
That's a
So I'm
fact.
trying to, I might get me a laptop once I get that income tax check. Trying to come up on these niggas so I can do my first live stream and stuff though. But I'm still gonna do those albums I showed in one of my videos on my channel and stuff. My second New Year's resolution is for the Georgia Bulldogs to finally win the damn national championship after fucking almost 40 years. We had it in 2007. We had it in 2017 though. Either that, I either want Georgia to win the national championship or the Falcons to win the damn Super Bowl. I don't know which one I want to win the most, but either way, you can't have the Atlanta United soccer team bring a championship to Atlanta sooner than both of your football franchises not win a national championship or a Super Bowl. In my third New Year's resolution is
Damn,
just
EJ.
I mean
God damn.
my last one nigga is
This ain't a
I'm picking
mixtape. This ain't a New
I'm
Year's
picking
resolution mixtape. EJ.
I'm pick I'm picking simple shit. My third New Year's resolution is I wanna hear an album from one of these legendary artists that's been underrated in the game. I wanna hear something from certain artists that don't get a lot of limelight in the music industry instead of just these fake ass wannabe drug kingpin ass mumble rappers. I want 2020 to be a different year for hip hop instead of just being the same old bullshit.
Make hip hop great again. Nigga.
Thank you.
Triple salute EJ on the check, and I appreciate you making time, man. I know you gotta probably wake up early in the morning. Definitely subscribe to EJ's both channels, man. Shout out to Young King, and last but not least, we got the Queen Taida W. Taida, how many New Year's resolutions you got? JTL had one. EJ had like seven.
I had three niggas.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Why I gotta be a nigga though? Taida, how many resolutions you got, man? And what can the people expect from your content moving forward in
Y'all
2020?
probably gonna be disappointed, but I don't make resolutions. I stopped that many years ago. I just strive to be a better version of myself every day. Um, my book will be out January the 15th. I'm going to start writing my next book sometime in the new year. I haven't filmed any videos on my channel in a couple of weeks. I am gonna do one either tonight or tomorrow to close out the year. But if YouTube let us, hopefully I continue to grow my channel. And I don't know. I'm just striving to be a better person, a better parent, and I want more Black people to strive to be better parents because we've been failing black kids in the black community for far too long, and that needs to stop. I think if we get a hold of the parenting issues in the black community, we will be off to greatness. But I think that's the first start, and that's my thoughts. But that's it. We're striving to be a better person every day. No resolution. Um, this year was pretty amazing. I don't have any complaints about this year. It was actually pretty amazing. I got a lot of stuff accomplished, and so hopefully I add on to those accomplishments next year.
You
That's
don't want to pull up Lizzo for one of your New Year's resolutions?
You know what?
don't bring
I'm,
up that woman name around.
you know what? I'm gonna tell you, her fat ass
Mm-mm.
prompted me to start back eating healthy. Cause I'm like, on a scale from 0 to Lizzo, I need to get my shit together because
Oh,
She on the Shamu side of the game.
you said from a scale to Lizzo. Oh shit, I gotta use that.
I'm like on the scale from 0 to Lizzo, I need to get my shit together
Hey, you can make
because
money out there, get some shirts and stuff, get some hats and shit. You'll be paid.
so
Mm.
after Thanksgiving, me and my husband started back on our eating healthy stuff. So it wasn't really a New Year's resolution. I saw that fat bitch and I was like, no, I gotta get rid of these rolls.
That is.
Shout out to your husband. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. That's black love right there. Y'all keep doing that.
We dysfunctional as fuck. We shocked we made it another year, but it is what it is.
Hold on, Felly.
Y'all keep making it.
Hold on, Felly. Doggy five. Hold on, Felly. Doggy 54 in the chat said Lizzo was on the Bruce side of the game. Oh
Ooh,
shit. Oh shit.
he's trying to lose
She on
weight.
the Lavelle Crawford
Wanna
side
be
of the
like
game.
Lizzo. Lavelle Crawford is smaller too
Yeah,
now.
yeah, he
Both of
got.
them cats, they exercising.
But Lavelle got a big head and a small body. You call him Bevo Lottie. That nigga, nigga look weird as hell now. Nigga look like a.
Hey, real quick, Lo, did you hear Too Short new song?
Hell no. Too short. Like 69. Ain't even how old that nigga.
This feel like 50.
This he six. Go listen to that song, Me and Your Mama. That shit funny than a motherfucker. It's him and Mike Epps.
You
That
said
shit
it's me and
funny as
your
a
mama.
Me and Your Mama. It's talking shit about all the dudes who be like the young dudes that be trying to play daddy in the household. He's like, nigga, move on, nigga. I'm fucking your mama. Go on about your business.
Oh
That shit funny as fuck.
god
Watch the video.
damn. Okay.
I think I know what you're talking about too. Them niggas were drinking Capri Sun pouches or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all
The
That
nigga
niggas
was
walking
wildin',
away. He like,
man.
nigga, this my Capri Sun.
Let me hop up in here. My New Year's resolution is just honestly, humbly and respectfully, just to remain a real nigga. And if low key T happen to fade to black in 2020, hopefully I fade to black as a real nigga with with a smile on my face, man. That's about it, man. I ain't really with nothing else, man. So with that, man, this was a straight to a podcast episode 16. I love everybody on this panel. I love everybody in the chat because there's no script here. We can do what we want on this platform. We could go where we want. It don't matter what topic. These motherfuckers on the panel are heavyweights, okay? No disrespect, no Lizzo, okay? Heavyweights, okay? And I value their opinion. I honor them, man, and I need y'all to honor them too. Definitely hit that like button, subscribe to all their channels, share this video, share their videos, and show them some love, man. Come 2020, man. So you know what I'm saying? Somebody need to be dropping a bag for this content, man. We can't keep coming up on here providing you know what I'm saying, immaculate content for free 99, man. Stop playing with us.
y'all gonna have to get down and lay down with that cheddar, man.
I had my shit on mute this whole time, man. Salute to everybody on the panel, man. OKT fucking up going into the new year. God damn, man. Salute, y'all.
All right, peace.
Yeah.
Sato, you outdid yourself with this one. Straight to It podcast, live every Sunday. Straight to it, we get straight to it. It's a classic podcast, you can't skip through it. Not even skip to my Lewis, skip Bayless, can skip through it. Wow, this a real nigga moment. As far as the internet, these the realest niggas on it. That soul in your body can't be duplicated. When you sell it, remember your body vacant. Baptized by fire, felt like I was Satan. The creator hit me, now we all creating. Free game, you ain't have to pay for it. All I ask is stay for it. The truth is like good pussy, that mean it feel euphoric. That fuck shit, we ain't for it. We gon' ride till the wheels fall off every Ford Taurus. From sports to conspiracies, we got all the coverage. Never ran from a topic and that's why they love us. No budget, no filter, fuck no. No strings on our back, we ain't puppets. You Pinocchio. Look around, tell me what you see. What you see? Niggas on the run tryna eat. They are slaves to the industry. Your name is Toby. They will lie to you when they sleep. Take a deep breath, breathe. Don't the Matrix feel like a dream? They told you you could be anything, then they used you for everything. We won't lie to you, Machiavelli next to Suge, we tryna ride for you. Notorious for telling the truth, ready to die for you. Ha ha, motherfucker. Straight to it, we get straight to it. This a classic podcast, you can't skip through it. Not even skip to my Lewis, skip Bayless, can skip through it. Wow.